And nobody heard that because I had my mic muted. And the hits just keep on coming, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start over from the top if I could. Welcome to day number 2 of Polyhedral Paradise's coverage of D&D Celebration 2020. Let me just go back to saying it again. See, what had happened was, I was in the Walmart parking lot. There was this big, bright flash of light. And the next thing I know, I'm in a bar in Milwaukee. And they had the best tasting beer pretzels I have ever had. So I said to myself, Self, you have an obligation, you have a duty, you have a job to do, you're supposed to be online. But then these pretzels, they called out to me. They said, eat me, eat me. So I obliged these pretzels for nigh on 2.5 hours. And I lost myself in that bar in Milwaukee. That bar in Milwaukee satiated my desire for warm, delicious pretzels like it has never been satiated before. And I'm not ashamed of that. I am not ashamed that I lost 2.5 hours at that bar in Milwaukee eating those delicious, delicious soft pretzels. Actually, that's not how it happened at all. Got off work, came home, getting ready to stream, and the garbage disposal got stuck. So I was like, this would be quick. It's my first mistake. It was not quick. So I managed to work on the garbage disposal for a while, and then I developed a leak in the sink. And then the leak in the sink got worse, and one thing led to another, and here we are, 2:47 late. But you know what? We're going to be going till 12 tonight, and it's not how you start, it's how you finish. This middle chapter of this saga turned out just like the middle chapter of some other sagas I know. I'm speaking of episode 8. Clunky and generally messed up. So look, what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at the schedule for today. Take a look, see where we're at, and see where we're going to be going. Okay, so right now it's 3:48. That's right, Captain Pennsylvania, we do finish strong. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. There's 2 things that we do strong. We smell strong and we finish strong. So we're going to talk a little bit of scheduling notes. I don't know who's coming in, who's popping in. Hopefully some people come in and out. Like I said, I apologize for being delayed, but, you know, things around the house and family stuff come first. I can't, you know, put them off because I got to be online. So, again, my sincerest apologies, but, you know, we got a lot of time left to cover a lot of ground, and we're going to do that. Cap says definitely smells strong. Cap, how's the stream, buddy? Sound okay? Everything all right? It was kind of rushed to get down here. Was anybody here to catch this? So I was thinking of doing a good portion of the stream with my Uni the Unicorn head on. Just for the fun of it. Cap, you like this? I'm looking right at you. That's right, you. Stormy, what's up, buddy? How's it going? I was just explaining how I may or may not have been a little late today. But anyway, now that all the apologies are out of the way, let's take a look at the schedule for today. All right, so let's see. Right now we are at 3:50. So 3:50 now puts us at 1:50, right? 1:50 their time. So we're gonna cut the music and we're gonna go. Ambassador, how are you? Pleasure to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for coming in. I can't run back to the apologies. We'll be doing it all day. So, but good to see you. So I'm going to cut the music here, and we're going to take a look and see where we're at with live coverage. Once that's done, we're going to take a look at some of the things we're going to be doing on the channel today, because we got a day chock full of actual channel stuff. actual channel stuff during the live plays. We're going to do some building of our campaign world in one segment. We're going to do some building of characters. And we're going to do some trivia. That's right. We're going to do some trivia because we have some prizes to give away, ladies and gentlemen. While I was at that bar in Milwaukee, I noticed that bar in Milwaukee had a game store right across the street. So I stopped in to that game store. And if that game store would have let me, I would have called them the official game store of Polyhedral Paradise, and then I would have given them a shout out. But they said, 81 subscribers. No, thank you. Glad to be here. Can't stay long, but wanted to show some love for you, my friend. Thank you, sir. And I'm looking forward to the Clue stream. Ambassadorial Wing, gentleman known as the Ambassador. You can check him out on Twitter and YouTube. Ambassadorial Wing. He does movie reviews, watch-alongs. A really nice guy. One of my friends, earliest friends in the community. Go check out his stuff. Really good stuff. And we're going to be doing a Clue watch-along. He has been gracious enough to let me on his streams a couple times. And I'm thankful for that. Thank you, sir. So, later on, I'm going to need some volunteers to sign up for some trivia. D&D trivia. We're going to be giving away a couple figurines. We've got this right here, the first one. This is a 2-pack of miniatures of Dragonborn Paladins. Cap, you'd probably be interested in that. Dragonborn Paladins. This one here is a 2-pack of Tiefling Warlocks. That is also going to be a prize for another round. And we also have this set of dice. This set of die here. We're going to do 3 rounds of trivia. Trivia is going to be later tonight, Cap. I'm going to take a look at the exact schedule. We're going to go over that. I want to try to get a feel for maybe when people are available. I don't want to rush it. I want to give people a chance. It's going to be closer to later on in the night. So just looking at the schedule here, it'll probably be during the, let's see, probably towards the end of the stream. I'm going to say about 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to give everybody a chance to sort of get in, get acclimated, see what's going on, and then we'll hit the trivia towards the end. If I'm still at work, I might miss it. Well, what time do you get off? So, I mean, I don't care. I'll schedule things around you. You know I'll do that. Amen. Next Friday, Jason, just know you're always welcome. Once an ambassador, always an ambassador, and we're going to get you past 100 subs. Thank you so much, Ambassador. I appreciate that. Speaking of 100 subs, why not just get that out of the way while we're still BSing here? If we hit 100 subs this weekend, or when we hit 100 subs this weekend, or if we don't hit it this weekend, that's fine. I actually managed to do something right. I lost 2 the other day. That was great. 10, I'll probably be on the road home. We'll do it at 11 then. Trivia tonight, 11 o'clock. We'll be doing giveaways. So let me know throughout the day if you're interested. 4 players per round. So we're going to do like go one-on-one, like a short little bracket. So you can re-enter if you want. But once you win, you will be not allowed to get back into the competition. So we'll need at least 4 people for trivia. We'll maximum out some more. You got a new 81 now. Yes! I got one back. I'm bringing them back. So anyway, when we hit 100, we're going to be giving this away as a thank you, not a bribe, no matter what Wells says. This is the official Polyhedral Paradise Dice Box, made out of African Ipe. Water resistant, so you can leave it outside, although I don't recommend you do so. And if we hit it this weekend, we'll be giving it away live on Sunday. If we don't hit it this weekend, that's fine. I'm in no rush. Like a wise man once said, I'd rather have a limited number of subs that are fully engaged than a large number of subs that are completely checked out. And I think that's the case. Don't let Lisa play, I'll lose. Yeah. We might as well just let Lisa play in the first round and she can just win and just get her out of here. Okay. So, any other things we should know about? Yeah, tonight, around, let's see, around 7 o'clock, we're going to do character creation. So if anybody's interested, I know Danny Orange was talking about doing it. I know Josh would like us to do some character creation. So tonight around 7 o'clock, we're going to go through and we're going to create 4 characters. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. our time. That is going to be for Pacific Standard Time. That's a D&D feature game. What we'll do is we'll have the D&D feature game up in the corner. If anybody wants to watch that, that's fine. But we'll also be creating some characters. Now, we'll go back over this a little bit later on. But yeah, we'll be creating 4 characters because on Sunday, and I'm going to need 4 volunteers. On Sunday, we're going to be doing a live play one-shot. We're going to keep it to 2.5 hours. I figure we can do it, let's see, from 2 to 4 their time. No, that's not what I want to do. Let's see. Where is it? Realm Smith. 11, 12, 1. Okay, during the Realm Smith game, which is 11 to 1 Pacific Standard Time, which would be 1 to 3 Eastern Standard Time, we're going to do a one-shot playthrough. Cap Sunday. Cap, you just got to quit your job, buddy. You're just going to have to quit your job. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. There's only so many days in the week. I know. Well, do you work all day Sunday? I can't talk directly to you, but yeah. But we'll figure it out. Maybe we can do it later in the day, but yeah. So that's sort of the schedule for he says he's going to. So I'll announce what that one shot is. I wasn't digging in my butt. I was scratching my back. I swear. Was not digging in my butt. All right, so we'll announce later on in the evening what that one shot is going to be. And I think probably around 6 o'clock today, we'll go back over the schedule just so people sort of know what's going on. But without further ado, let's peek in. Don't do it around me. I'll be in the chat. I know, Cap, but I like you involved. You know, you's an OG, and you put up with me all day yesterday. So I'm going to cut the music, and we're going to go ahead and peek in on D&D Celebration 2020. See what's going on, see where they're at, reorient ourselves, and then we're going to go from there. So let's see where we're at. Okay, so
I know there might be other people in 10 towns looking for her.
So this right here, U.S. influencers. Okay, so is this a live play game? Let me go back and take a look at the schedule. See where we're at here. D&D game 12 to 3. Let's see. Chris Perkins. Okay, so this is D&D feature game. This is the Great Knucklehead Rally. 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time to 3 o'clock. So we're going to peek back in, watch Chris Perkins and company play the Great Knucklehead Rally. Okay. So we're going to go back to watch. There we go. All right. Let me know if everybody can hear. Now, the Great Knucklehead Rally was the game that everybody at the tables this weekend is playing. So we talked before about how they had everybody playing together. The Great Knucklehead Rally was one of the games that they were playing.
She looks over at you, Kovac, and goes, "Oh, Kovac, my darling, my sweet angel." Mwah, mwah.
I like this guy already.
God, y'all are helping me do a really good job of staying low-key. But how are you? How's the baking?
Oh, the bacon's going great. It's a hobby, you know. It's like you get to
I like this guy.
X amount of skulls, and you're like, I want to explore another part of something creative. I've spent so much time destroying. Let's have a little self-expression. Do you want some? See, she reaches into this dirty rucksack and takes out what looks like a rock. And then
Chris Perkins wearing the same beanie he wore yesterday.
And says, "Would you like a slice?"
I'd love one.
Great.
He lives in that beanie.
You get a feeling that as she takes out a knife to carve into it, she has to slightly go into a rage just to get advantage on the strength roll to push through the crust. Just.
Oh God.
That's a hefty crust.
There is a wedge of like 8-inch thick crust with like one chunk of meat able to squeeze in between the top and bottom of the crust of the meat pie that she hands over to you. Says, enjoy. It really sticks to your ribs. It's good.
Oh, thank you so much. And she's gonna attempt to eat it because she's been on the wrong side of Magra far too many times. And if it takes a little bit of this food to keep her sweet, she's gonna attempt to eat it.
Incredible.
Yeah, I like DMs that
Roll
emote
a
and go
flat
for it, you know?
Constitution check for me. We're gonna call this. I'm gonna say DC 15.
Oh,
If
he
you
lets
can
him know the
get it
DC.
down with a smile on your face. No, what'd you roll?
I rolled a natural one. But it
Ooh.
would be a 4 if I could add my it's 1. I rolled a 1.
Okay, I'm going to need either a deception or a sleight of hand following this from Kovac.
All right, let's go deception. Oh, it's only a 10. Nope. Who?
It touches your lips and it's just immediate hairball noises. It's just
Hairball noises. I'm assuming she's a tabaxi.
Magra looks and you see she's sort of partially in a rage, but you see that she sort of calms herself.
That's all good, buddy. No,
You know, it's
we're rolling
one
now,
thing I
so
have noticed is
no
it
big deal.
doesn't keep. You know, it doesn't really keep. It's better fresh out of the oven.
Honestly, it's on me. Is there gluten in this? I should have asked before. I apparently am gluten intolerant now.
Oh, well, yeah, that's what it is. It's not a bad pie.
No.
You're gluten intolerant. That makes sense.
It's
Yeah,
all me.
absolutely.
This is wonderful. and
So
I
what
keep
we're
it
watching now,
in
for anybody who
hopes
just
that
joining
someday
us,
in the
is
future I'll be
D&D
able to
feature game Great
process
Knucklehead Rally. DM Brennan Lee Mulligan, featuring Jody Hauser, Carlos Luna, Gerov Gulati, Liam O'Brien, Abria Lingar, and Chris Perkins. Chris Perkins, of course, D&D designer fame. Gentleman created with the look and the design of 5e.
A small inlet of the
So.
lake around the side with some nice stones, some level ground, where some people that are interested in, let's say some entertainment that has a little bit more bite to it.
So I
than
guess
just
it's U.S.
fishing.
influencers. I guess that's like
Are planning to
all these people
fly
are
down.
considered influencers. So
So, Randy, what's the name of your fighter? We're gonna close the book on new entrants.
oh man,
probably
I'm sorry. The
next
chat
few
box is over Chris
weeks.
Perkins' face. He'd probably be really upset if he noticed that. So I'm gonna reorient some of these things.
It is very important to have the savage. You mentioned a audience of sorts. Now is this what 200, 300? I prefer a sizable audience for myself and my client, of course.
Word is spreading out
There
to
we
the
go.
right customers. We
probably
want to
better.
keep it a little bit exclusive, but there's probably around that amount of people that we should expect to be in attendance, 200 to 300.
I see. Less people, but less glory. More money, though. More money. Very good. Very good. Yes.
So let's see. So we're gonna watch this for a while. Great Knucklehead Rally. I think at 5 o'clock,
You know that I
which
don't
let's see, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard
Well,
Time.
many things that I know that you do not know. We have just
That
met.
I think we're gonna break away for a little
So I
while
will
to
just say
go
that my
and
client, does not
do
tend
some
to
world building
lose.
for our campaign,
He is very
and then we'll
assured
come
that
back
I am,
for
so am I.
the 3 o'clock
Just put us
Pacific
in
Standard
front of
Time.
a, opponent of greater,
What do you call it?
skill,
Panel
hopefully, than-
for what it
than
means to be a
most,
bard,
who
moderated by Critical
should
Bard,
be a show
with
that
Lauren
you have seen
Urban,
before, my
Kristen, Ariel, Kelly Butler, and Eugenio Vargas.
confident
So.
promoter. I enjoyed to see it. Let me just say, in case my
Everybody, happy
innuendos
Saturday,
not
everybody.
caught here,
I
I'll
hope
try to say as
Saturday
spirited
finds everybody
as I
well.
can. If one were to flagrantly
It's not alcohol.
And-
It's just
that
It's just an energy
would be
drink.
A thing that also I knew was going to happen, then that would be amenable to one who is me, because it's okay for it as long as one who is you doesn't tell any. It's a secret. You can cheat if you tell me, and then we'll cheat and make a lot of money.
I like this guy.
Yes, I feel like you could have said that in a more succinct way, but
But now the way I've said it is very subtle and criminal.
all right, we'll take your word for it. My client does not need any sort of special treatment or cheating. He is very capable of winning on his own merits. Now, if your opponent, his opponent, if they are cheating, deal with that accordingly. That's fine if they want to cheat. If they feel like they need an edge to beat my client, that is on them. That is their weakness, not ours.
Oh, that's some confidence. All right, we're gonna we'll set the books on this. He says, we'll come up with some odds for you in a minute, my friend. But I says, will you be placing any money yourself, or is the fight purse enough for you?
I am currently low on funds, so fight purse for now. But if there is another bout, maybe tomorrow, or is this a multi-day festival? I'm unsure of things. Maybe we can increase as we go on.
He nods. He takes the entrance down. He makes a note for the Savage. For the rest of you here, you see Gorham turns to you, Kovac, and says, my dear friend Kovac, it seems that you're in a little bit of trouble. How can old Gorham be of assistance?
Well, the first thing you can do for me is take this 50 gold. If our boy, what was it, the Savage is the underdog, let's start with that. And she pulls out a bag
She
from
busted
the
out a
other
little bit
side,
of
so
New
now
York
she's like a
accent.
little even,
The underdog.
and hands it off with 50 gold too.
He's such an underdog.
And she says, the biggest thing I could use for you is you need to let me know if there's any late night games. Or if you know any of the big names, the ones that are out for more than gold.
Oh,
Out for blood. You let me know.
she's working an angle.
'Cause I can't pay what, dead people can't pay. I'm not clever. I just don't want to die.
Nice.
Yeah, understood. Abria, what sum of money do you think Kovac is trying to cover here? Does her debt fall into the sizable but like doable?
Hey, Dritz
or
von
are we talking
Durden.
about a
Good to
decent-
see you, sir. How's everything this afternoon?
And she has remembered it as only like 100 to like 150 gold at a time, but it's now in like the 5,000 to 6,000.
So right now we're watching the
So there's a tremendous
D&D feature game, the Great Knucklehead Rally,
You see that, Gorham
and there's a
takes
whole
the
bunch of
50 gold,
D&D
puts
influencers.
it, and says,
So
"Do you,
that's what we're watching. This is going to be on until 6, I believe.
We'll set 'em 1 to 4.
3, yeah.
200 gold off that fight.
6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and then it's going to go into what it means to be a bard. But we here because we don't want to just spend all day watching these fine folks, but we could. We're going to do some 5 p.m. world building. For an hour, we're going to jump over to the campaign that we're building, and we're going to do some map making.
You see,
Oh my goodness.
we're gonna cut over now.
You got the hard job today, sir, trying to potty train the little Erden.
You see that this
Oh,
is
good luck
a,
to you. Remember,
person
just,
and,
that is
sort of
no matter how
dedicated to
frustrating it gets,
bronze stage
he won't
rods.
be
So the thing,
pooping
it's
his
much
pants forever.
smaller because these are not like
He'll get it.
potions where they're like in
And it can
out
get,
range for like the average
can get
person.
pretty
These are, like,
frustrating.
you're throwing
After
down
d-
tremendous-
after,
if you're coming here, it's like going to a jewelry store
After
somewhere else where
doing 2 of them, 3 of them,
dropping
they
a
can get
lot
pretty,
of money
pretty,
here. What is Celine
pretty,
do as
pretty
she
harsh,
approaches
but,
the tent, and what is she looking
So
for?
anyway, so at 5 p.m. today, Eastern Standard Time, we're going to break away, and we're going to work in the Incarnate map, and we're going to do some world building. So if anybody out there wants to come by then and participate in that, you, of course, will have your hours logged for playtime in our world,
Give
of
me a
course.
structure.
And then at 7 p.m. tonight, we are going to do character building. We're going to be building 4 characters
Incredible.
together
Celine,
that we are
this
going to
tent
play
is set
through in
up.
tomorrow's
There is a small
live
slab
play
in front
session.
with
We're going to do a live play
makeshift wooden table
sometime
with
tomorrow.
chairs laid on it. And then the
And
interior
we'll be talking about that a little bit more tonight.
On a 22 stealth,
but I believe
You feel that you could either.
believe we're gonna do it we're gonna do it at like 1 p.m. tomorrow. We're gonna do a live play. And for those of you out there, I want to leave you in suspense what we're gonna be live playing. But
I'm gonna slip
it's
in
gonna be
with
fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be something that people have requested, and it's gonna be possibly a little horrific. And no, it's not gonna be Rime of the Frost Maiden. I just dug into that book. We're not doing that, and that's gonna take a lot more than a couple hours. So remember, tonight at
That is
11
23.
p.m., the end of the night, we're gonna be doing our D&D trivia. I'm going to need a minimum of 4 people, a maximum of 12 people to participate in our D&D trivia night. So throughout the day, if you're interested, put your name in, give it to me, either via chat, via our Discord server, via my email, via snail mail, send me a raven, however you want to get a hold of me. So we got some prizes. We're going to do 3 rounds. Cap, you nailed it.
Gives the feeling of a collection.
You nailed it. We are going to be running a Ravenloft one-shot tomorrow at 1 in the afternoon. Bring your dice, bring your fake vampire teeth, bring your wits, bring your baggage, and we're going to play through some Ravenloft. But we're not doing Curse of Strahd. We're not doing anything that would give you guys hints if I ever decided to run like a big campaign in Ravenloft. We're going to run a one-shot, a smaller adventure. And it's one that I know like back and forth like off the top of my head, so it's not going to be it's not going to be too difficult for me to run through on a it's not going to be something that's too tough for me to run through cuz pretty much have it memorized. Put me in, bro, even though I'm not going to win. All right, I'll put you in.
I don't know if.
All right. Captain Pennsylvania is our first contestant tonight on D&D Trivia.
Look at all of these things. What kind of caravan would be moving
Trivia.
all of these things at the same time? I think it's better for us to try to get rid of these as fast as we can and then try to get them out of Tin Towns.
I'll bring my demon. Is that a thing? Cap, there's a lot of people that bring their demons wherever they go. Oh, I miss Brennan Lee Mulligan doing another sweet, sweet impression. Caravan.
And sorry, what did you roll on your perception check again?
I dig this guy. I'm not gonna lie.
23.
Okay, so
I'm gonna
let's take a look at the prizes we got while they're talking. So the first prize we're gonna be giving away is Nalzur's Marvelous Miniatures. It's a 2-pack. I don't know if you guys can see that. 2-pack HD minis, Tiefling Warlocks.
Maybe about 20
The
feet from here.
second prize we're going to be giving away for the second round is the Dragonborn Paladin, also from Nalzur's Marvelous Miniatures.
Figure is watching this tent from the outside.
Up there, you can see those.
Do I recognize that fur?
And the last thing we're going to be giving away is this sweet set of reddish purple and black dye. That's the last thing we're giving away. So we're going to do 3 rounds of 3 rounds of trivia tonight. So
You would probably have to make a new.
I'm at least save one of those rounds for 11 so you can participate, Cap. But we may throw a round in earlier in the night, just to let you know.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna do
But
that.
you'll be in for one,
Go for it.
at least.
18, so that is 26.
Celine, you may help yourself to whatever you wish here.
I want to take the thing that looks the most expensive.
You take an incredible, gaudy, jewel set, golden scepter-looking wand. Yoink it.
Yoink.
And it is on your person and in your possession.
And then I am.
Man, I gotta tell you guys, at some point this jerkin is gonna be like, I'm gonna excommunicate this jerkin from my shoulders because this thing's already hot.
As you
Slash, what's good, buddy? Good to see you.
moving in a direction.
Slash, were you in here a couple seconds ago when I talked about trivia and the schedule for this weekend?
Where the dwarves are, or dip out through the sides, but
Cheers
again,
to you.
Risk maybe being spotted by whatever figure is casing the tent.
I'm gonna go out the side.
Cool. You dip onto the side.
This is why people hate you, Cap.
26 Is very high,
Stuff like that.
But it is not beyond the skill bonus of the figure watching.
What?
I also maybe kind of want to be spotted a little bit.
You don't actually want to be spotted.
Lane.
All right, Slash. So, 5 p.m. tonight, we're gonna take a little bit of a break from watching some of the stuff. We're gonna hop over to building our campaign world. So we're gonna do some map making stuff in Incarnate. If you're around, stop in. Oh, it's only in 45 minutes, but we're gonna do some world building, map making, place naming. 7 p.m. tonight, we're gonna build some characters. We're gonna go through character creation. We're gonna build 4 characters. Sometime this evening, at least at 11 o'clock tonight, we're gonna do D&D trivia. We're gonna be giving away some stuff, and I'm gonna need 4 players minimum, maximum 12. And then tomorrow, the characters that we make tonight, we are going to do a live play of a module tomorrow, between the hours of 1 and 3. So,
What brings
Yep.
you to this party?
so just to let you know,
See the familiar
if you're interested
face
in any of that
of
stuff.
your former adventuring party member and ex, Bryce, staring at you.
Bryce?
Near the edge.
His name
Bryce.
is Bryce.
What a name.
Bryce.
His dad owns a ski resort.
He's got a little Cobra Kai patch.
Beat him in a dance competition.
Bruh, Trash has been here.
Straight out of the 80s.
Let's
He
get
pops his
Adrian here,
collar.
too.
Yeah.
Nobody puts Kitty in a corner. Exactly.
All right, I'm losing to jerking. I'll throw it back on later, but
Good to see you.
time to put the paradise in Polyhedra
Wish I could
Paradise.
say the same.
His
That thing is
whiskers,
warm.
poof out on either side of his face. He goes, now, I
Meow.
could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure you can read Thieves' Camp, which makes your little intercession on that
All right, bro.
magical item tent make me wonder if either you've forgotten how to read our little thieves code, or you do and just don't care about the code anymore.
So I don't know if you're in the Discord Slash, but I'll pop the later on if you want to do trivia or probably come on for trivia. If you want to do trivia, let me know. I'll hit you with the link, or maybe I'll just put it in chat. But I'll put the link to the Zoom call
No, I
in chat if you want to do some trivia.
feelings, but that's
It's gonna be D&D trivia, so
past now. I would hate for us to keep stepping on each other's
ah, screw it.
toes while we were- Are you
Hey, some of the stuff maybe just be like, you know, a reasonable guess. You never know.
in with a new
You could get
group of
lucky.
friends that you maybe like better than your
I'll match you up with people of your skill level, okay? I won't match you up with like somebody who knows a whole bunch of stuff. We'll have the newbie division, a know nothing division,
He
and then the
smiles
expert
at you and
division.
says,
That's actually probably not a bad idea.
Anytime someone leaves, you
We can do the newbie division. We can give them dice,
sign of trouble.
like people who really don't know a whole lot,
Let's
and I'll like softball the questions,
let's
like things that people may just kind of assume about D&D, and then we'll give them some. That'll be the prize for the dice.
it's a big
And again,
I don't see
there's always a dice tray giveaway if we get up to 100 subs on this stream this evening, or this weekend.
I should be
We'll be giving the dice tray away. So,
going to be spending your time here as well. I'd be happy not to
yeah, so
stray
trivia will be
into
a.
your territory, as it will be.
So let's.
Just keep
So
your
we're gonna do this
distance
now. We're gonna
and-
do newbie trivia, trivia
keep mine.
at. Let's see.
Are there any friends of yours that we should
Schedule.
keep distant from as well?
Futures game.
If you get to meet them, I think that could be quite entertaining. So, just maybe keep
7.
an eye out for anyone here. I'm not gonna make it easy for you.
9. So 9 p.m. is gonna be newbie trivia.
And Bryce smiles and slinks away into the frost. How is Celine feeling after her run-in?
So we're gonna do the newbie division trivia at 9 p.m. So if you barely played D&D, if you never played D&D, if you only heard about it, if you have a fleeting interest, that's gonna be the trivia for you. That's gonna be 9 p.m. tonight.
You can tell for all of his swashbuckling debonairness,
You swishbuckler.
The fact that you got in and out of that tent with something expensive, oh, it got to Bryce so bad. You are definitely walking out of that interaction having rattled this dude pretty fiercely. He can put on a good show.
Rattled
You know
Bryce.
well enough
Bryce
to
is
know he
rattled.
got shook.
Yeah, Celine has a nice little smile on then as she heads back toward the tent where she left her friends. Her better friends.
Exactly. We're gonna cut over to Russo.
So what's everybody up to in chat today? How are we watching this? Are we watching? Are we home on the desktop? Are we at work? Are you on your phone pooping? Just give me drop me a how am I watching this extravaganza in chat?
People dancing around the bonfire. You, for the first time in Icewind Dale, actually see grass. There is dead, cold grass.
What?
The fire is hot enough that it is burned down to see this complete. It's like dead as can be, but there's this
Like this guy.
dead dirt.
I guess it's like the first DM I've seen in a while that like I dig. Like this guy.
Sacrilege under the everlasting rhyme. A small halfling band sits in a
Slash said he's
small
pooping.
series of
Very good.
bleachers
All right.
that are constructed into the
Good
top
on you,
of a
Slash.
wagon
It's a long one,
with
too.
There is an
It's got a big one, you know that.
is sort
I
of
mean, a
like an
poop, big
albino
poop.
white
Nah, it's too early
oryx
for
with
those jokes.
big curling horns. It
The
also
sun
has
hasn't passed the
more
yard
than
arm yet. We
normally
can't.
prehistoric
Oh God, where'd my hand go?
This is just like a big curly-horned musk oxen.
Musk
and the
oxen.
halfling band is striking up, playing kind of merry tune, tinny little brass instruments, and you see that they're
Chris
singing
Perkins is remarkably quiet.
there's
Like,
a
remarkably
strawberry
quiet.
blonde halfling with a little sort of thick winter coat, but like with a little daisy cantrip with some druid craft
Oh,
into
that's
her
just-
hair, going, "Oh, the flowers bloom in spring," and just sort of merrily singing a song, people dancing. Rustamov, what do you do as you find this first group of musicians?
So I think Rusumov stands there for
What's a Rusumov?
taking in the sights.
Yeah, it's never too early to make
and
people laugh. That's
naturally
true.
He grew up in a cheery.
Is he using a voice
family,
modulator?
cheery
He stole my
clan.
idea.
So he
Fucker.
naturally knows the rhythm and wants.
Yeah,
to
he
dance
is.
it, But fights it.
Look at
he's
this.
changed his shirt. He's now wearing a different band shirt. All Okra Rejects, I think. He's just
This little thing.
trying not to, like,
It's got levers and
be a
switches
move or
and buttons.
anything.
Should I try it out?
You know,
We got a little bit of play space, right? There's not a whole lot of people here. I can mess around with some voice stuff. What do you guys think? Do I vote one in chat if you want me to try and play around with the voice modulator while there's not a whole lot going on.
These guys.
But I vote two in chat if you're happy with my voice the way it is. As Lavas likes to call it, my Ryan Ritter voice. Look like John Ritter, sound like Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
Where's Lavas? Tell Lavas I said hey if anybody sees him.
21.
21. So as you lean in to talk to this Aurochs,
Nice, bro, get it going.
pulling the
All right.
wagon, you see
I don't
that
know what's
the
gonna
creature
happen.
looks up at you,
I know we're
and
not gonna
you
lose
see
the
that this
stream.
creature is
I'm
100%
slash I vote
a
one.
beast of burden,
All right,
like
so
he
I'm
actually
gonna play
was.
around with this live.
So, you are fully, like,
So,
started up a
like I said, I don't know what's gonna happen.
conversation with effectively a
Yeah,
horse.
you want me to get the chicken? Slash, just for you, I'll go get the chicken.
Okay,
Slash, you sub to the channel. If you unsub, then sub back. I'll go get the chicken.
I'm gonna look over.
All right. Hey, Slash, if anybody comes in, tell them I went to get the chicken, okay?
That feeling you get when you're like walking down the street and you realize you're going the wrong way, but you don't want to stop because the people will think like, why'd that guy just stop in the middle of the road and turn around?
Good boy. There's
The song stops. There's a little cheer. The musicians pause for a moment. And the little halfling looks over and says, "Well, hey there, friend. It seems you've struck up a conversation with old Bruno, the Aurochs. He's a very good listener."
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really like talking to him. It's just, sometimes, the gentle creatures, they can pick up on a lot of, hey, what's going on? My name's Rusumov Luthor. You guys had some jams up there, huh?
Oh, Some jams? Yes, well, we have some jams and some preserves, some biscuits, and if you're hungry, I think that there's some other places nearby that are serving some fried meats and there's even some roasted vegetables. I haven't seen a vegetable in Icewind Dale I don't know how long.
Yeah. Do you guys play anything ever heavy? You know, like just stuff that you want to like bang your head to? You know?
Oh, sure. Milo's drum is extremely heavy. It was built for someone human-sized. It's nice, a nice bass drum. That's a
Honey Pie, this is the internet. Internet, this is Honey Pie.
No, I didn't mean like.
Say
weight or
something.
anything. I was
Come on,
thinking
there
like
you go.
more.
Say something. Say something.
I was thinking more like heavier bands.
Go ahead.
You know, like Tabaxi Back
Say something.
Sunblade or Cure Wounds
Come
is
on.
what we aim for.
Bark, 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 bark.
You know, you guys have that.
Yeah,
like,
she's
mellow
real.
Tone, which I'm really, you know,
There it
got that
is.
Death Cleric for
There's a
Tabaxi's
chicken.
cutie sound,
I gotta
but
get
I'm
her.
really
I gotta
not
get her back
into
next. I gotta get her back next door before the neighbors know she's gone. It's not my chicken. I stole it.
I'll tell you this, friend. We haven't heard. It's kind of funny.
Say
to
bye,
think
Honey
about
Pie.
How
Say bye.
music would be
Bye.
heavy. It doesn't weigh anything at all. But if you'd like to play something, I'm sure me and the band would love to follow in behind you. Why don't you take it away? We'll strike up the band and try to keep up as best we can.
Okay. Whoa. Yeah, that sounds like my dream. I feel like no one's ever invited me on stage before.
Oh,
let's
I want
do
to be very clear. We did not invite you on stage. You would
Yeah, I'll
absolutely
just thank you. He starts heading for stage.
Oh God! You climb up onto these like halfling-built bleachers. The entire wagon, like Titanic, tips over. Like two of the wheels kind of pop up. The RX partially gets lifted up from it. It's just on its like it triangles. So now the harness is the apex of the triangle as the wagon tilts, and the RX's back legs are partially up in the air.
Y'all thought I was playing, didn't you, about the chicken?
And, you see that the halfling says, "Okay, attention, fairgoers.
I keep my word, son. I keep my word." I gave the chicken back, Slash. I gave it back. I can't keep dinner. There's 4 of them next door. All right. Let's see. Let's mess with some soundage. See how this hookup's gonna work.
Round of applause to Lootcore. And you see the sort of crowd gathers just to see. This is some like Jim Henson stuff. Like these halflings. Man,
I don't know where my cord is for this thing.
You know, like you're like almost twice again as
All right,
big
can I
as
get some love in the chat for the chicken? Can I get some love for Honey Pie?
So
me-
you are,
throw 'em up for
you
Honey
see that
Pie.
The violinist has to like sit on your knee to fit in the wagon. And they say, "Take it away, Lootcore."
Okay, Lucor turns around. Watch me on the wall.
Russellmoff Luke Core Cambria. Oh man,
which is also very tiny, and he just starts like strumming it hard.
I love that, Slash. That's Honey Pie's official emojis. Bro, yeah, I stole the chicken. Seriously, yeah. I put her back over the fence, but yeah, I stole her. She's the only one that can fly over. Like every day I come out, she's fucking pecking at the door, like let me in. I'm like, I got your cousins in the freezer. You don't want none of this. I got an air fryer and I'm willing to do it. Like, but she keeps pecking on the door. Man, the eggs, bruh, like she leaves eggs in the yard sometimes. I don't live in the country either. I like,
That is the fairest.
I'm not out in like the country. But yeah, they got chickens, and like, I'll come out every once in a while. There'll be eggs. It's like an Easter egg hunt. Like I find real eggs in the yard. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. The HOA has a problem with it, but get this, and this is 100% real. The neighbors have them listed as emotional support animals, so the HOA can't say shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, they come around knocking on the door. You need to get rid of the chickens. I'm like, bruh, emotional support animals.
There we go.
You can cluck it, you know?
I'm gonna roll for the halflings to follow.
Yeah,
with
that's crazy.
Hold on 1 second.
Hey, yell at me for having two pieces of wood in my front yard.
A 20 and a 7. A nat 20 and a 7.
Bro, where I'm at now is so different in Baltimore.
We invented music.
So different. Loopholes, seriously. I got props, man. I got fresh eggs.
I fucking believe it. Okay,
I'm getting a lion. Cap, I don't think lions count as emotional support animals, bro. Wells, did you see it? Did you see the chicken? Or do I need to go get honey pie again?
First lyrics like there is no sunshine. It comes out, and you're talking about like pulling fungus off your head and feeding it to beasts. Like,
Oh my goodness.
all this messed up stuff you've seen Grace do. I'm gonna say this exact point, by the way. Kozak,
Yeah, the neighbors are really cool.
Grace, and Randay walk out of the tent. So
We got
Grace,
some
you look over and behold this show
Fucking bell.
of this person singing stuff you've done.
We got some fresh eggs a couple weeks ago. They're really good.
Start strumming hard
They
on
do
this
how they
flute.
go and tell me what helps.
You see Strawberry, who is
Slash
the
got,
woman who's
Slash got
singing
much love for
singing
honey pie in the
band.
chat. Honey
Look
pie
up
is the
these
official
fucking
barnyard animal
grim,
for
dark
Polyhedral
things.
Paradise.
She looks
Because it's
at
not a
you and
paradise
goes,
without some chickens roaming around in the yard. Oh my goodness.
And these halflings just pick it up.
Alright, yeah, so,
you see
what were we
how
trying to do?
Daisy
That's right.
starts
Well, we
shaking
were
out
looking
of
for
her
a
hair,
chord.
she just, like,
So I can mess around with some
hard,
sounds.
Like, kind of like skanking back and forth across the stage like a Scot. Like,
I got my-
like just kicking out her feet back
Got my
and
boy
forth.
Mario Tennis today.
And as soon as you get to hit the chorus
But
one
that has
time,
nothing to do with
she
anything
drops
except for the
this
fact
note,
I'm picking a
and goes
controller
into
up,
this
reminding me of
deep
that.
throat sing. She like drops a couple octaves. She like, there was no sunshine. The darkness reigns outside.
I like
These
this DM.
halflings pick it up hard.
Don't mind the mess. It's like spaghetti string
Well,
chords
I
all over
will
the place.
say
here.
that Graith,
Oh, I
who
almost
walked
unplugged my
out and is just
mic.
totally perplexed at first, just
Oh, Wells, you want to run down to the schedule for the remainder of today and a little bit tomorrow? Because
pulls out this
I think you're going to be
pan-flute
pleasantly
made of bones, pulls out
surprised.
his pipes of haunting. And just from the distance,
Oh my
starts
God.
playing along and really unsettling
Now I'm ordering
everyone
Cap.
within
Now I'm ordering
30
some
foot
wings.
range of
Yeah,
him.
boy.
Is that really the uncommon?
So get this, like one day the chicken was pecking at the door, right? And like he wouldn't leave the door alone. So I got this package of oh my God, what's that guy's name? Stubbs. Stubbs breaded wing. There's like a packet of Stubbs wing breading, and I'm shaking at it, like trying to ward him off with this wing seasoning, just spreading it around. It looked like a freaking voodoo ritual going on. Like this chicken's making circles, and I'm sprinkling this wing breading all over the place. And then chicken's just wop, 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 and he's like pecking at it, and I'm like, man, that's a pre-seasoned meal. And then think about that. You can get the wing seasoning inside of the wings, feed them that for like the next 3 or 4 days, plump them up. I bet those wings would be delicious.
Tell him to open up the pit.
Scrumdiddlyumptious. He did want some. He ate it. He ate it.
There's a Goliath nearby who
And what's messed up is they told us like you can feed them eggs if they're cooked, but you can't feed them raw eggs because they don't want to eat their own eggs. But you can feed them eggs as long as they're cooked. But yeah. The stream is now sponsored by Kentucky Fried Chicken. Oh my God. Oh, I meant to say, disclaimer. Polyhedral Paradise's coverage of D&D Celebration 2020 is in no way affiliated with Wizards of the Coast or D&D Celebration 2020 at all. What's wrong with me? I don't know. List alphabetically or chronologically. Okay, so yeah, not affiliated. What we do here is purely for fun. I've never been to a church's chicken. Y'all got all right, settle something for me. You got Checkers down there or Rallies? Which one is it? Is it Checkers or Rallies?
Great, you are near this bonfire that warms your tired dragonborn bones, and you get like
Dragonborn Cap, it's your cousin.
as you're hitting your pipes of haunting, and are just crowd surfing over this crowd near the bonfire as you're blowing on these pipes of haunting.
Oh man, forget it. What are spell slots for? Fairy fire. The entire crowd is dancing, sparkling, literally like dragonfly dusting in the whole stage, and Rosmoth are sparkling.
Incredible! Oh my God. The
Both?
spell alert.
I mean, that's true, Slash. I haven't.
You guys,
I have not lived.
performance changes the festival. Like there is a.
I'm sorry, my kids sound like they're coming through the floor up there.
And also
They're really animated playing Mario Tennis. Well, send me up some churches. I'll freeze dry that shit. Send it up.
the people have like come together.
To be honest with you,
as a community,
I've never had
in
Popeye's
this
chicken sandwich either. As much as I hear about that, I've never had that either.
And there is a flicker of dark,
But I can say
rage-filled
Popeyes.
hope
I can
of
say it.
raging
I haven't had it.
against the everlasting rhyme here in this place.
All right. Oh, I found the chord I was looking for.
As it goes on.
But Checkers and Rallies are like the same place, aren't they?
Harold is like, if you want to travel with the band, that's incredible. We found our new sound.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that'd be
Marvin.
I would.
It's your cousin, Marvin Berry. You know that new sound you're looking for?
Getting like a sleeve of
All right.
tattoos.
So I think this
actually.
goes monitor.
I think they would look good on you guys.
I'm trying to
too.
figure out how to plug this thing in.
What? Tattoos?
No, I mean I've had Popeyes before, but I haven't had their chicken sandwich. Just saying.
Yeah, God, after this, I just
I'm not faking the funk. I'll tell you when I haven't had something. I'm not trying to lie.
There's like a little artificer sending stone. You see Strawberry halfway the concert is like.
I like KFC.
It's your cousin Strawberry.
I knew he was gonna make that joke. I knew it. Yeah, I like him. I could play with him.
Yeah, you can't even. You can't
It doesn't seem like he railroads people at all.
Too good.
All right, I'm gonna lose my mic for a second, so because I'm gonna move some things around to try to see if I can hook up the soundboard. We can play around.
Distracted, so I probably stopped paying
Watch.
attention to Kovacs.
It's your
longer. I was
cousin,
probably having a conversation
Marvin.
with somebody
Marvin
who was
Berry.
interested
All right.
in buying my axe.
I'm gonna mute my mic because I don't want to have something weird happen. So,
Easily distracted. Go ahead.
all right, we're going on an adventure. So,
Perception check with disadvantage here as you're negotiating for the sale of your axe.
Yeah, it's last year's model, but it gets good mileage.
I rolled a 3.
Cool. So the music is loud. You're distracted. You're talking about selling your axe beak. Go ahead. You see that there is this member of the Copper Knight clan is going. Right. Well, I just want to be clear. How old is this axe beak? How old was it when you bought it? How many years have you had it for?
I had it for about a year. It's a little temperamental, but it doesn't eat much.
Right, understood. Right, go ahead and make a persuasion check for me, if you would be so kind.
2.
Hey, well, I've listened to your description of the axe beak here, and it sounds the selling points of the axe beak in particular seem few and far between. Is that fair to say? I'll tell you what. If you throw in the axe beak, I'm rather interested in this armor you're wearing here. Is there any element of this that's for sale?
At that point, I will open up panels in the side of the armor, and these devices come out on either side that look like sound speakers, and my voice gets really deep as my eyes light up and says,
Get away from the armor.
Sorry, right? No, I understand. As you say that, you see there's like a couple other artificers around who immediately all like whistle and just walk off, like as they zoom off, marveling at this creation of yours, this like silenced full plate mail.
once they're all gone, I'll sort of recompose myself and bring all the equipment back in.
It sort of slides back into this mechanical marvel there.
Alright guys, so how's this coming through? Is it sound distorted, sound changed at all?
Another perception.
I'm playing around with my sound card now.
You look over and see a couple of dwarves. You see that
Let me know in chat if I sound weird or not.
these look like mountain dwarf, like thick bearded dwarves. You see that the beards don't have wings interwoven into them. They have
Very robot.
the equivalent of
Very robot and
wings
echoey.
are for your shin.
Yeah.
The strands of their beard have like slivers.
Okay, so it is working. Okay, cool. All right, let's try this.
Their beards are armored.
A 号的闪避关，男变女。
And you see
Hello? Hello? Hey! Mother, can you hear me?
forehead underneath to their cheek.
Sound like the things we do when we have time on our hands.
She might know. She probably hangs out with a lot of dwarves, so if they seem like they're wearing a blow.
Let's see.
Plan that she would know.
Let's see. What can I do here?
I sounded like Slash. So I think this guy was using something like that when he was doing his character voice.
So they are part
Hardened dwarven criminals.
that dishonored itself and now mostly live
Oh no, I'm in Maryland.
engaging in the black market.
Yeah, this thing's neat, but it's kind of distracting. Pitch Bend. No, I'm in Maryland. No, Wells, I'm just playing with this thing.
My eyes and my visor narrow. Like, they can't really because they're like metal, but they do.
You see these heavily armored dwarves that are, again, like,
I think this one is probably the one I want to use. Alright, I'm done with this. I'm not playing with this anymore. I'm gonna set my mic up, put my regular voice back on.
these are like in the way that some clans are like, we're armorers or we're brewers. These are like, we are criminals.
Noted. Logging insult for later.
You see that they both head off deeper into the snow, having clocked Kovac, and they head off.
All right, is that better?
Right at that moment, you guys hear a ringing of big gongs, fireworks go off.
No, Slash, I'm from Maryland. I'm in Maryland.
A giant mountain of ale.
Thanks for putting up with that. Oh, another dog. Robot Echoey. That's fine. I play with that thing a little bit more, but it was cheap. They had soundboards that were like super duper expensive, but you know, I didn't want to put like a whole bunch of money into it, so I got the super cheap one, and I think it's like one of those things you get what you pay for.
She goes, right, to all those gathered here at the Great Knucklehead Rally, I say an auspicious beginning to the greatest festival of Icewind Dale!
Oh, this guy's all right. I like him.
Launches these fireworks off. These go off. She says,
So again, we are about 15 minutes from taking our first step away from the official events of D&D Celebration 2020, and we will be going to build our campaign. That's right. We're gonna go take a look in Incarnate and Jesus, dude, just interrupt, why don't you? We're gonna be taking a look at Incarnate, and we're gonna be doing some world building for our campaign. We're going to do that for a little while, till about 6 p.m., for about an hour. We're going to go in, we're going to make some land masses, we're going to name some things. So if you're around, stop one in and hang out with us while we do that. And then we'll come back and take a look at the panel. Let's step away and take a look at the schedule real quick. Nobody's going to mind if we go step away and take a look at the schedule, right? Okay, so we're going to do it anyway. And of course, while we play the schedule, I can't stand to hear the sound of silence, so we'll just play a little bit of music. This is Gray's Jam. I like to call it Gray's Jam. All right, so so at 6 o'clock, after we've done world building for about an hour, we're going to come back to D&D Celebration 2020 and catch the panel, What It Means to Be a Bard. Where's my lady from yesterday? She's not on right now, Kat. You chase her away with your breath. I'm kidding. She didn't smell your breath. She wouldn't get that close to you in real life. Yeah, so we're going to catch the panel, What It Means to Be a Bard, moderated by Critical Bard with Lauren Urban, Kristalina Ariel, Kelly Butler, and Eugenio Vargas. So, and then after that, we're going to go into the D&D feature game. But at 7 p.m., we're going to build some characters. We're going to build 4 characters for what we are going to do tomorrow. And that's tomorrow we are going to do our one-shot playthrough. So if anybody is interested in doing that and is available tomorrow, hit me up so I can put you down. So we need 4 players. And tonight at 9 p.m., we're going to do our newbie trivia. So if anybody's interested in newbie trivia, hit me up. I'll put you down for newbie trivia. Newbie trivia is Newbie trivia is trivia for people who don't have that much experience with D&D and have a little bit of an idea of D&D, but don't know a whole lot about it. So we're going to do our trivias, but we're going to break it up into 3 different categories. So we'll have newbie trivia, intermediate trivia, and expert trivia. So if you guys are interested, we'll need at least 12, we'll need at least 4 players up to 12. So hit me up with that if you guys are interested. You can either catch us on Discord, or you can get hold of me however you want to. Put your name in chat. However you see fit. So we're about 15 minutes away from doing some world building. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to Chris Perkins and his crew of U.S. influencers playing their game. And I'm going to step away for 5 minutes to grab a few things. I'm going to grab the module that we're going to be playing through tomorrow so I can show it to you guys. So if anybody's got a pee, now would be the chance to do it. We are 1 hour and 4 minutes in to the second day of D&D Celebration 2020 watch along, mega coverage, whatever expletives you want to put on the end of it. I'm your host, Jason. This is Polyhedra Paradise. If you're not already a member, like and subscribe. All that fun jazzy BS. Time for shameless self-promotions and stuff like that. I almost said a bad word, but we're about 2 hours away from being able to cuss. So, yep. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be back in 6, and we're gonna do some character building. So, now if anybody stops by, just tell them I went to get some stuff together.
As well,
I'm gonna put my Icewind Dale book back up here.
A diviner Ness who may
Everybody see that?
upon these giants as they approach.
And break. Yes. Yep. We're gonna come back. We're gonna be going to our map. So get some ideas ready. Get your ideas ready for some names or for some land features. Oh man, he is really hamming it up. I like that guy. All right. Back in 5.
The Arctic Fox speaks up and says, "Also, we sniffed on the way out here that there's a by the way, I also can talk. So that's just, I am also a talking fox."
Yes, we understood that. Yes, please go on.
Okay, if anyone's freaking out about me being a talking fox and you need a moment to process, I'm happy to provide that space for you.
No one's
We
freaking
have
out.
to explain this every time. I mean, people must ask them so many questions. They seem so prepared to answer these questions, and it must happen all the time.
We do get it a lot.
The auto talk.
You see that the fox says, there's a paddock of mammoths some short distance away from here. We think it's probably mounts for the Verbeeg army. If they get on those bad boys, oh brother, it's gonna be quite bad, let me assure you. You see Krina starts just like grabbing adventurers, trying to delegate out like what the like who's going to go to each of these. For those of you gathered here, you hear this horrifying news of this encroaching Verbeeg army. But what do all of you do as this like ruckus descends on the gathering?
I'm gonna make a beeline for Kovac.
Yeah.
And as soon as I get over there, I'm gonna just sort of open up my pack and show her the scepter. So I know where some of the stuff is, I think, that they're looking for.
Well, sounds like we're in here for a shoot and loot. And she pulls out a hat of disguise and puts it on and turns into like a normal human. Like, if things disappear while we defend the encampment, that can't be helped.
Can Rande go speak with Karina real quick?
Oh yeah, with Karina, yes, absolutely. Rande, you walk up to see Karina Copperknight. Busy delegated. She looks up and says, "Hey, friend,
I just a moment of your time. I know you are very busy with the defenses. I just wanted to know, does this cancel the festivities? My client.
The festivities are not cancelled. not cancelled. If we cancel the fishing tournament, then the Giants win. All right? That's what they want. I imagine that they are motivated primarily by a desire for us to have a ruined party. All right? So we're not going to give them the satisfaction.
Right, yes, of course. We are all on the same side here. Are we going to be paid for our services? My client doesn't work for free. That's all I wanted to know.
She narrows her eyes and says, aye, we can make it worth your while. What's your name, stranger?
My name is Rande Savage, at your service.
Right. Aye, we'll make it worth your while.
Wonderful. That's all I needed to hear. Kovac, the Tuna, Rosamov. Let's find a central place to get. Oh, they're all at meeting. I'll go find them. And I'll go towards them.
Incredible. You go up and join them. So you guys gather around. Marigold and the Strawberries, really quick, try to sign Rusamov to a deal, and then the sort of chaos breaks out, and she's like, "Don't worry, we'll get together later." And you guys gather around here. So obviously, you guys have some opportunities here, depending on how roguish you want to be. There are a number of these tasks that have been set forward by Krina and these animals who have come in to warn the festivities here. However, you also know that you have these other skulking, skullduggery-ific acquaintances of yours gathering around, and a little bit of room for chaos as the tournament commences. What is it that you all wish to do?
I mean, if we need someone to blame for all this, I know the perfect patsy.
Celine, you become more and more precious to me every day. You're the daughter I never had.
Thank you. That means a lot. But yeah, my shitty ex is here, and if we just want to pin all the thefts on him, maybe they will leave, the town and the children and everyone alone.
I like where your head's at. Anyone else? All I can think of is those mammoths and how badly I don't want big things to get on top of them.
Right. Yes. Well, I'm not much for skullduggery. I'm more of a out in the open showman. So I believe Rusamov, Tuna, you might feel the same way. Rusamov, might I say, that was very interesting music you played earlier.
That was you?
There is so much adrenaline going through me right now, guys. I just feel like I can just go a mile a minute on this one. I'm down for whatever, thank you so much.
You, sir, are talent wasted.
Yes, you should have gotten paid for that performance. I do agree.
You know what, now that I think about it,
and Rusamov looks at this little portrait piece of paper, and he's like, his sister's head still missing from it, and he's like,
I still got a lot more to do. Yeah, let's make this right. Let's be heroes. He looks around.
Okay, but just for today.
Well, we are getting paid. I did confirm that we are getting paid for our services.
Oh, we're getting paid? Yeah, let's save the town.
Yes.
This is great.
Incredible. Krina walks up to you guys as you gather together, and says, "Right. Well, we have a number of." Says there are plenty of people who are trained enough to stay here and start making some defenses for the tournament. However, we need people that are a little bit more rough and tumble to go out for these other tasks. I don't know the specifications of your group. Do you feel more able to range a little farther afield to go after these mammoths, or is one of these, or getting aid from some of these other allies closer by? The mammoth thing is definitely probably the most dangerous, I would imagine. But she says, the diviner and those nomads would also be a great help, and the animals do need that help with their friends. Whatever you feel most inclined to be able to do, we need you to go do it right now.
I believe Kovac has mentioned mammoths, and I agree. I would love to see some mammoths today.
I do better out of town than in. Let's find the mammoths.
I think that could be quite hilarious.
Incredible. You guys take off from the tournament, being led by this Arctic fox. Starts moving along and says, wow, you guys are real heroes, doing this out of the pure goodness of your heart. That's really, really special.
No one tell the fox.
Yes, of course.
You guys look confused. I mentioned I can talk, right?
Oh, so many times now.
You mentioned it a couple times. We've been talking back and forth this entire time. Yeah, it's
So much has happened today. Frost metal was invented before our eyes.
That is true.
It's hard
It
to
is a
keep
great
track.
thing.
Like, is it weird for you that you can talk? Because I feel like you're a little bit more gobsmacked about it than the rest of us.
Oh yeah, this is not, this is druid magic. We're all awakened animals. So this was, so I remember an enormous period of the beginning of my life where I was sentient but not sapient. And then this spell happened and I came into a horrifying awareness of self.
Yeah, shut up. Your father must be very proud.
I thought that was great. Like,
Mommy
before
and
you were
Daddy must be very
living in a constant state of now, and now you can see the horror about future and time. You can process that.
Aware of my own mortality, completely aware of ego and ego death.
Do you still live only like 3 years?
What's that?
You still live only like 3 years?
Oh yeah, I have nothing even close to a human lifespan. I saw my parents, and they are still animals, and I love them because they're my parents. But I exist on a mental level completely beyond their ability to comprehend.
Oh my God.
So there's a tremendous, horrifying distance just forever in my family.
Wait a minute. We have a looming threat on its way here, correct?
Yeah. Oh, it's an imminent disaster.
No, keep going. I want to see where you're going with this.
Oh, you mean like reckoning with my own mortality and its extreme likelihood up to and including the next 3 hours?
Yeah, being in nothingness is a real mind trip. Ignorance is bliss most days.
Wraith pops a mushroom into his mouth.
Wraith pops a mushroom. You see, the artifact says, yeah, I'm really glad to be able to talk because it's an amazing ability and it's made it way easy to survive. But also some days I just fall into a pit in the middle of myself and I wish that druid had never cast this spell on me. Do you have another one of those mushrooms?
So many.
I wouldn't mind popping one of those because it seems like it's helping you cope with whatever's going on.
They're just criminy mushrooms. They don't do anything. Here.
Oh, dang it. Okay, well, the mammoths are this way. And takes off. You guys journey off across the frozen lake up through a small range of mountains overhead.
I'm back.
They're not true mountains.
Sorry, guys. I had to go chuck the chicken back across the fence. I don't know, whoever wasn't here before, you guys missed the chicken. But if we get the stream up to 20 likes, I'll bring the chicken back live. And there's Marcus in the background. What are you looking for, bud?
Yeah, I'll
Your
keep
blanket?
an eye
Okay.
out for anyone approaching.
Cool.
All right, so how's everybody doing in chat? We are 2 minutes away from breaking out our Incarnate map and doing some world building. Who's excited for some world building, huh? Huh?
Or you can give me perception.
Let me pull that up.
Incarnate.com. We'll make it Celine. I want to cast guidance on Celine.
Even dirty 20
No,
I
like-
rolled before I even got the guidance.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah. Amazing.
Yes, you can be upstairs.
With that 13, before long you clock.
All right,
an
so
old set of
let's just log in here.
enormous. They are accompanied by paw
Nerodrovia.
but not quadrupedal paw prints. Large.
Ooh.
You're guessing humanoid. These are definitely not Verbi. You're guessing
So-
there's some other group helping them that have helped
When we
to
go
corral the mammoths here.
to build
With
our
that dirty
world,
20 perception check, Celine,
I am going to keep this open in the background in case anybody still wants to follow along.
the tournament to this
Oops.
neck of the woods.
And then we're going to do some world building while we got a little bit of downtime. How's that sound for everybody, huh? Is everybody up for a little world building?
What can I tell about them?
What you're hearing is, with your keen sense of hearing, is the clanking of armor. And as as Tuna says that, are they dwarves? You hear a soundness and sturdiness to their steps. That their steps are not long strides. You're guessing that these are dwarves trudging in kind of classic dwarven fashion through the deep snow.
Classic dwarven fashion.
Coming towards you.
All right, let's pop this up over here. How's the volume? Everything okay? That's the is the volume overpowering? So I'm gonna drop that down. Okay. All right. So we're gonna.
Everyone roll spells and let me know.
Oh, finally. 16 for Can of Tuna.
Incredible.
His name is Ken of Tuna. That's cute. He's an artificer.
16, 20, a dirty 20 for Kodak. What did Celine get?
26.
26?
Mm.
Very rosy.
She is like rolling hot. It's good. Okay, cool. All right.
15, awesome. What did Bruce get?
22.
See. There we go. Okay. Can everybody see the map pretty good?
In the dim light, you are wandering with a couple of seasoned rogues, with a druid helping you navigate.
Gotta make these a little bit bigger.
You guys slink down.
All right, so for those of you who don't know, here at Polyhedral Paradise, we are in fact building a world that you and me, the viewers, and the Dungeon Master are going to be playing in. So far, this world is known as Nerdvosa. I'm gonna close this ring off here. So what we're doing is we're going through from stem to stern, and we are building an entire world from the ground up. So far, we've got some names for some places. We've got Thirsthaven. That's the name of this little island here. We've got Marrowstone. We've got Verholt Conclave. We've got Cindershore. And we've got Tanglewood. So what we're going to do today, I think, we're going to finish... the island of Marrowstone. So I need to get rid of these trees here. So everybody who spends time here creating the world is automatically going to be given an hour of... guys, there's somebody at the door. Give me 1 second, okay?
Graith got a 22 for insight.
Graith on a 22. Did anyone else beat a 22 or no? No. 22 insight. Graith. 8 of the gnolls are sort of focusing on the mammoths here. One of them is kind of doing a loose, scattered patrol. He's the guy who's fucking up right now by not noticing you. And there is another sentinel posted at the entrance to this area. And by entrance, I mean loosely. These mammoths came over the ridge to get here. But at the kind of flat opening where you suspect the Verbeeg giants are going to be coming from, you see a gnoll keeping lookout, not as a sentry against incursion, but as the welcoming committee, someone posted up looking out for people. You can also tell these mammoths on that 22 insight are incredibly agitated. These gnolls have not been treating these animals well. These mammoths haven't been fed in a long time. They are aggressive, upset, and angry. Your druidic sense would also tell you that these mammoths are scared of the gnolls, and really dislike the gnolls as well. They are also just a general danger right now to anyone who gets close to them. Like these are not like, they're not super rational, right? They've been mishandled, they're upset, and they're very agitated. You guys are still under the cloak of that stealth. However, you know that you have left fresh tracks in the snow for those dwarves who are coming up behind you. So even though you're in a good hiding spot right now, it will not be available to you forever.
I mutter all that to the group. The herd is spooked. They're abusing the mammoth.
Maybe we could drive them to Stampede.
Ah, yes, use them to our advantage. I like that idea.
May I?
Please.
She just gets excited and like prowls a little forward on all fours, and her claws turn a frosty blue. And I'm gonna cast Shatter in the center of where this paddock is.
Hell yeah. Are you casting it only to frighten these mammoths or to damage them as well?
Are the mammoths cute?
That's important, Brendan. Answer it.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll.
How cute are they compared to the Arctic fox, who I would die for?
Also, can they talk?
Yeah.
You see, one of the mammoths turns up to you guys and says, "Don't worry, I can't talk."
Good. We feel no pity.
I'm gonna roll a charisma check for these mammoths real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
On a natural 15, these guys are adorable.
Okay.
I mean, they're very fuzzy. I think that they may be cute is the wrong word, but in that way that large herbivore creatures always are. You see, they have these like extremely big doe eye, like brown eyes with like long eyelashes. They look like they're agitated, but mostly they just want to get away and just eat some plant matter and be left alone for the most part.
The way they flap their ears at you too, you're just like,
Oh, yeah, she was gonna cast it a certain way, and then one of them makes eye contact. So the three cutest ones are gonna receive my careful spell as I use a sorcery point to not hit them. But like the gnolls, I don't care about.
Hell yes. Gang, I'm gonna need everybody here to go ahead and roll initiative for me if you would be so kind.
all right.
Oh.
Can of Tuna rolled a 16.
Okay, we'll go person by person here. Can of Tuna got a 16. As we're setting this up, hold on 1 second. Okay. Can of Tuna got a 16. Did anyone get above a 20 on their initiative? No? Did anyone get above a 15?
Yes.
19. So Kovac got a 19.
Great got an 18.
Thank you, Slash. I appreciate that. Thank you for the heads up. So we missed the part where I came in with the unicorn head, didn't we? Darn it. It was gold. Trust me. It was gold. It was comedy gold. Okay. So, it was Nancy Reed, Dr. Mam V, PhD. Nice to see you. Thank you for subbing. Appreciate it. What we're doing this weekend is we're covering D&D Celebration 2020. Right now we're taking a little bit of a break from watching the live play, and we're going to build our campaign. We're building a campaign world which you are all going to be playing in with hours you log during being here during creation. So, and what I was saying too, since we have a new subscriber, thank you again. If we hit 100 during this weekend, we're going to be giving away a thank you gift, the Polyhedral Paradise dice tray. Cap, you just missed me being muted. Where's the T-Rex? The T-Rex is upstairs, Noah. The T-Rex is for the second half of the day. Yeah, so if we hit 100 subs, we're going to be doing a special stream. What do you need? What do I need? I don't know. Just have people to hang out and have a good time, I guess. Make some friends, you know. Just hang out. Couple hundred subs, that'd be fine. That are engaged. Not like engaged. Like, I don't care whether they're married or not. It doesn't bother me any. Just like engaged, you know. Here to have fun. So what we're going to do now, for the next hour, we're going to do some world building while we wait for the next panel to get started. So this right here, let's scroll out here. This is the island of Marrowstone. So far, this area back here you can see is completely scorched from this rim of volcanoes. All the lava flows down this side and has completely torched this entire area, leaving this lone green patch right here. 100 OTW. Not sure what OTW stands for, but sure. We're at, I guess, 82 now. We lost 2 yesterday. But yeah, leaving this little green patch here. Now, this little green patch is the barrier between these snow-capped peaks right here. And then whatever we're going to do down here. I'm up for whatever. I got to delete these little trees here. So we're going to, let's see. Mass tool, select tool. So we're going to delete that. Delete. These were accidental. I did it towards the end of the stream. The special stream I did with Paul. On the way. What's on the way mean? Yeah, we're on the way. We're on the way. So, let's see. Delete. Delete these. Delete. Delete. Is everybody okay with the volume with the this celebration going on in the background? Everybody good? I just don't want to have too much going on at once, so. All right, what are you guys thinking? The area right here, right on the other side of the snow-capped peaks. Are you looking at some sort of grassland? Should we have a forest that... Imagine if you're coming up to these mountain peaks, what if at the base of these mountain peaks is a dense forest? Oh, OTW, gotcha. That's what it means. Okay. Okay, boomer. Y'all may insert the old man jokes here. That's fine. I can take it. It took me forever to figure out what WAP stood for. But it's too early in the day to talk about that. Any hoodle. In the chat, let me know. Put a 1 in if you think we should do so. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see me do it. In this area here, let me know. What do you think? You think of some dense forests, some grasslands, mixture of both? What do you got? Take it easy, Slash. Take it easy. I know how old you are. I know who you hang out with. So what do you guys think? Put a 1 in the chat if you think we should do some forests. Put a 2 in the chat if you think we should do like some fields, some grasslands. It's never too early to talk about WAPs. It's a family no, it's not. I was going to say it's a family show, but it's really not. All right. I'm going to say we're going to leave this like beach along the edge here. But we're going to move in, and I want to do this area here. We're going to do like a really dense forest. Now, each one of these hexes, we're going to close the distance a little bit. Initially, I thought we were going to have it be 6 miles, but I think we're going to drop it down to 3. Because I don't want these to be like way too big. So, let's see. So, we're going to do this area right in here. We're going to do that some dense forest. So, we're going to go to layers. Slash splinter here. So, let's see. So, we're going to go to stamp tool. We're going to layer this on the bottom here with some green grass. So, let's see. So we're going to set down some light grass. Oh, I'm going to make that a little bit smaller because right now that is way too big. There we go. So we'll just do this as the background for the trees, for the forest we're going to have here. Cap, I made a boomer statement because I didn't know what OTW meant. And Slash called me a boomer. Clearly I'm not.
And then I will take out my other mechanical mouse. This one's
so here we go.
And I will slingshot it
into the mammoth. Chris Perkins must be playing an artificer where he's talking about mechanical mice. So So some grasslands in here.
It squeaks.
Like these here.
You know, elephants are scared of mice, so I'm gonna give this a try.
Slash is OP. Does it OP stand for old person? Nah, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding, Slash.
Okay, so let's see. That's going
Over the window, everyone knows that. All right. So we've generously coated this area in some grasslands, and I feel like we should do some big patches of forest over here. So we're gonna go to our forest tool. What do you guys think? Should do some jungle trees. Cap says he's old as hell. Don't you even? Actually, don't you even? Spell check. Spell check / spell check. Let's see. All right, what do you think? Regular trees, pine trees. All right, let me know in chat. What do you guys think? Pine trees or regular trees? I'll give you guys a minute. Give you guys a minute to pick. See? Oh.
Only 3 of the knolls are on the far side of these. There's another 7. We've already established that there are 2 in the midst where that shadow went.
Let's mix it up. It's fantasy. All right, well, that's fine. How about fall trees? Let's do world tree. Oh, world tree. That's super special tree. All right, we'll go with. Let's go with these jungle trees. Really zoom in here. I'm gonna make these jungle trees a little bit bigger.
I believe that with an entangle, these got restrained, and with the restrained condition, automatically fail their deck saves.
Just pop these jungle trees in, and then what I do is I have it set to random. So you see the random stamps right here. I know you can't see it too well, but I've got. So I've got it on random stamps. So every time I click one, it switches to a different kind of tree. So we're gonna some happy little jungle trees. So each one of these trees is going to be representative of like a quarter mile of forest. So it's not like you're not actually looking at one tree here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is incredible.
So do some forest here. Now, if you guys remember, we're making this a Magitech setting, so we're actually going to be having a ring that goes around this entire area, comes here, goes down. It's going to connect all of these islands, and it's going to be like a maglev rail system. So let's see. All right, let's go back to stamp tool. That's mass tool. All right, so we're still doing these little trees here. So let's have this forest travel down this way. So we're gonna. See, it's interesting how the DM will actually tell them what they're looking for, what numbers he's looking for. I usually keep that type of stuff to myself. I don't know about you. Anybody out there in chat, a DM or have experience with a DM who like tells the people what number they're looking for? I like to keep that stuff to myself. So they sound like they're having a great time. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so we'll do a couple more trees heading this way.
Even on a double move, they move 80, which is only 40.
Cap says, I'm very experienced in sliding in DMs. Not exactly what we're talking about, but I bet you are, Cap. I mean, your experience is sliding DMs 20s over the table, too. The only DM I played with was a noob, too. Well, we all got to get our start somewhere. I just got my start in the early 80s. Yeah, boomer. All right, let's have a circle here where let's leave, like, so we'll leave this, like, clearing here that's, okay, judging by the size of the hexes and considering we've set our hexes at 3 miles per hex, that clearing is going to end up being 6 miles, like 6 by 6 miles. We'll come back, and I think we should put some sort of settlement or village inside of that clearing. What do you guys think? Put a cave in those woods? We can put a cave. See, stuff like that, hidden stuff, I'm not going to tell you. If I tell you there's a cave in those woods, when you go to play in this world, you're going to know that I put something there. So find details like hidden caves or things I want to keep secret, I'm not putting on the map. So there may be a cave in those woods. You'll never know until you go there. All right, so let's back out here, take a look and see what Marrowstone's looking like. All right, so that's Marrowstone so far. I think, let's see, that's all grasslands. Let's put another little forest in here. I think we're going to do a forest right in this area. Let's get back to our stamp tool. There we go. It's a pretty large forest. Where's Bigfoot live? Bigfoot lives everywhere. Right in this area here. I'm the types to explore the maps. I got this. Yeah, Slash. Slash, you're going to be down. I mean, you've got time accrued now at this point. You're down for playing in the world, right? I mean, you got to be. You're going to have to play at some point. Everybody's going to be playing. Let's do a row of small little jungle here that backs up right to the beach. So let's do this. There we go. So I like that. I like that. All right. So let's see. Oops! I just put a tree in the ocean here. Kind of suck at exploration, I hate to tell you. Man, Cap, you are all over Slash like a hobo on a ham sandwich. Give that man a little bit of breathing room. It's a Saturday, for crying out loud. All right, let's see. Select tool. So we're gonna delete this. Let's make this a giant tree. Look at the size of that tree. It's huge. That's a 14-mile tree. Nah, we're gonna delete that. Delete. There we go. Delete. Delete. You made a lot of changes. Consider saving your work. Okay, I will. Thank you. Saving? Okay. It's always good to periodically save your work. I wish there was like an autosave feature. I'm working. He's playing Avengers. Gotcha. All right. Woolly mammoths. What's this here? Scene settings, grid shadow. Okay, that's the layer map. Okay. Sorry, I'm just taking a look. All right, let's back out here and take a look. Tanglewood, Marrowstone. So we're gonna have the train come down this way through the woods. So, yeah, he wants these. Oh, how is the Avengers game? I keep hearing like crap about it. People talk crap on it, but I have not played it yet. All right. Scene settings, slash shadows. Sorry, we're gonna go ahead and brush this. Love it, very fun. Look, as long as it's fun, I don't think games have to be like perfect or like.
And he's going to pull out his great sword. Also, when
Cap says he has me interested in Miss Marvel. I don't know a whole lot about Miss Marvel, but she looked like Plastic Man from what I saw. Like how she was able to stretch. Is that?
I got a 6. Okay, until my rage.
Who's talking crap? They won't say it to my face. Okay, like everybody. And they might not say it to your face, considering I don't even think they live in the same state as you.
My allies also gain the same bonus. So
That's how I felt about Fallout 76. Cap says it's brand new. There's always bugs. Yeah.
she is going to make a great sword swing at the nearest.
I mean, I like Fallout 76 now at this point, but it was junk at first. But now I like Fallout 76. So we're gonna paint this. She's more like rubber. So she carries her own protection with her. Ba-dum-bum. Shh.
These mammoths are large enough that you are running under their legs or the stalks of these giant trees, and you see two of these gnolls.
Scream bullies. Alright, let's see. Alright, so we've got a lot of our background for Marrowstone set. So we're just going to fill in a little bit more of this. Okay, we might not need like 3 miles of beaches, so we're going to bring the grassland in a little bit here. So, okay. So, okay. That looks pretty good. Let's add some more forest in. Man, I feel bad for this little camp, this little city back here. Right here, just one little village. See that? A little village back there. We're going to do that like pretty much only accessible through water or by trudging across this vast wasteland. Vast wasteland. So, I think that's good. We're going to put something interesting there. Select tool, let's see.
11 damage. You see these gnolls look at you. I don't know if anyone here
Path
speaks
tool,
Gnoll.
text tool, swan tool, brush tool,
Speaks Gnoll, but you,
S tool.
you jump in close. Badly injured gnolls
I gotta drop this down a little bit. Subtract. Let's put a lake. Ooh. Okay. Might have made that a little bit too small. Too big. So we're gonna add a little bit of land mass back. But there we go. Boop, boop. That's kind of interesting looking. What's everybody think about that for a lake? We'll just put like a little lake. Oh, darn it. Let's remove that a little bit. That guy's serious. That DM, like, and he's very leaning heavily on the pop culture references. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but he is like seriously leaning in on pop culture references. There you go, Cap. Wild Magic Barbarian. What we call it? Barbarlock? There we go. I think it'll work. I think that's good for a nice little inland island. So you're looking at 12 miles across. Control Z. Okay, what's that do? No! That undoes stuff. Ooh, you got me, Slash. You got me. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna let's do a little connecting. There we go, and then we're gonna add. Let's do a.
You have two gnolls that are captured by Graith's binding entanglement, partially under the snow.
There we go.
And you would definitely have advantage on attacks against them. There's also this fully uninjured gnoll that is quite nearby.
There we go, and you get this little island on there. Barbarlock. I always forget how big this is. How big what is? I mean, thank you. I don't know who told you, but thank you.
Unfortunately, does not. You're not under bless, are you?
No, I'm not.
Cool. Unfortunately, a 13 does not hit. You slide.
There we go.
Lash out with one of your weapons.
Sliding in.
And this gnoll catches you on a thick, stumpy wooden shield.
Let's see. Let's do a river. Let's do a river. Going down this way. Oh, that's a pretty big river. Well, there's a pretty big river. Got him. No. You did. I'm not even gonna lie. You got me.
13 damage.
Here we go. That's what I was looking for. That river right there. See that? Yeah. All right. Chest burster. There we go. Oops, need to connect that. There you go. The bottom part of this land is going to be riddled with rivers, interconnecting rivers, that it's going to be difficult for people to traverse. Maybe not difficult, but it's going to require a lot of bridge traveling. That looks pretty neat. No rhyme, no reason. We're just getting gonzo with it. There we go. All right, let's back out and take a look and see what this looks like from a distance. How's that look, guys? What are you thinking? What do you think? Should we add some more forest to it? Keep it all low level. Add some mountains, some hills. Should we maybe make this whole lake around here sort of surrounded by a mountainous region? What do you guys think? I'll let you guys think about it for a second.
But they spend their entire turn getting out of the spell and lose their action. Both of them swing through the.
For anybody just joining us or popping in, we are right now at our 5 p.m. world building session while D&D Celebration 2020 is playing their influencers game, the Great Knucklehead Rally. We got about another 30 minutes of this before we go to the next panel. For D&D Live, where we're gonna watch that panel. Mountains. Noah says mountains. I agree with you, Noah. We're gonna do mountains at least around this this edges here. We're gonna do some mountain ranges. So, yeah. So we've got about a half hour before we get to our next panel. You are watching Polyhedral Paradise's coverage of D&D Celebration 2020. Thank you everybody for joining me. We're doing this for the rest of the day today. When we're going to be doing it tomorrow. Later on tonight, we're doing 7 p.m. character building. We're going to build 4 characters. Can there be higher altitude? Yes? I think it's probably the higher altitude is probably denoted by the mountain ranges. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, the lake can be at a higher altitude. Yeah, we'll put some mountains around the edges, which will sort of like indicate that it's a higher altitude. So it's 7 p.m. tonight, Eastern Standard Time. During a D&D Celebration live play, we're going to take a break from watching the live play, and we're going to go build 4 characters. And those characters are going to be used tomorrow for our one-shot live play of a Ravenloft game. Later on the night, we're going to announce what game that's going to be. Anybody who is interested in playing in that game tomorrow, let me know. We'll take the first 4 people who volunteer. And tonight, at 9 p.m., we're going to do the first of 3 rounds of D&D trivia. 9 p.m. tonight, we're doing newbie trivia. For people who aren't all that familiar with D&D or role-playing games, it's going to be easier questions. Things that you may be able to answer with common sense. And the prize on that, the winner is going to receive a set of these beautiful black and reddish purple dice. After that round is done, at 10 p.m., we're going to do our first round of expert D&D, people who have been playing for a while. Prize for that is going to be the Tiefling Warlock 2-pack of miniatures. And then at 11 p.m. and for the 11 p.m. we have already got one contestant locked in. The 11 p.m. game is going to be for the Dragonborn Paladin 2-pack of figurines. So far, 11 p.m., Captain Pennsylvania is down as one contestant. Everything else is open. So let me know in chat or get a hold of me in our Discord, and we can enter you to be in. You must have, we're going to do everything by Zoom. So you must be available to take a Zoom call because you have to play on camera, obviously. So we'll get to that later on this evening. So, okay, back to our map. So we've just created this little island on Morrow Stone. Sorry, give me 1 second.
I'll move up to 35 feet just to get a clear shot at one of them without endangering any of the mammoths or agitating them in any way. And then a aperture will open in the palm of my hand armor.
All right, so how's everybody holding up out there, huh? Everybody doing good? We are just closing in on 2 hours of our second day stream. So we're going to go zoom back in. And we're going to create a bunch of mountains around this lake, which is going to denote that it's at a higher elevation. So select tool. So I got to get rid of these first. So I'm going to delete that. Delete. Delete. Can't believe that guy's name is Tuna Can. Wells fell asleep, but he's back. Wells, are you interested in joining any one of the trivia games later on tonight? Or did you hear about us doing character creation at 7 p.m. tonight? Either one of those. Wells got nervous or educated. Educatedly nervous. All right, so we're going to do the mountain range around this area here. Tuna can't. All right, so let's do some snow-capped mountains. Let's do mountains. There we go. Whoa, that's a little bit large.
If you want to give me a animal handling check to attempt to steer the direction of the stampede from here, go.
I rolled a 14.
Cool. Is there any subtle suggestion? They're not going to continue up.
My goodness, the size of that mountain.
If you wanted them to veer right or left or to just go straight off into the woods as far as possible, any of those options are good.
Nope, I think I'm going to have to go with a different mountain.
Yes, I want them to back away from me and run, so I just draw my head.
Yeah, so I'm going to, let's see. Oh my goodness. Random stamps.
These mammoths turn and fully just book it out of the clearing.
Nah, I got sleepy for being educated up till 5 a.m. You learn a lot. I learned a lot. We ought to take this conversation back to the library. Category. What is this? Mesas. Green mountains. Let's go. Dark brown mountains. So we're gonna put some dark brown mountains in here. Okay. So right around this edge here.
19.
Hey, not bad.
That tracks. That tracks.
Hell yes. So, that's gonna be, Celine, you only take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Only 9.
Mammoths trample past you. However, Rende, you take 19 points of bludgeoning damage. However, you are in a rage, so that is halved to 9 as well. Yeah.
Oh.
Toughest bricks. Bring it on, man. Let's do it again. Let's go.
Oh my.
Also say, however, every single one.
Okay. Slash says, where can you buy awesome figurines to paint? Well, if you want to buy online, you can make completely custom figurines from HeroForge.com. But you can certainly buy ones that are plastic and much cheaper out there. The ones that I bought these from my local GameStop or game store, not GameStop. But there's places you can go if you don't care what they look like. You can buy bulk wholesale from Russia, and they're like really cheap. Really cheap.
Didn't someone say there were steps behind us or something?
Did someone say steak? It sounds like the girl from. You know what I'm talking about. I forget what movie that was. So let's see. All right, so I think that looks decent. Let's have that range come down a little bit. Some wide mountains. There we go. Okay, so let's back out and take a look and see what Marrowstone looks like at this point. I think it's looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Looking good. What do you guys think? Oh, it's hard to see it, so let me zoom in a little bit. Wind that around here. There you go. So...
Amazing. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Let's have that there.
Well, he would be blinded. He would be.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah. So he would.
There we go. All right. I think we might be able to walk away from Marrowstone for a little bit. What do you guys think?
Each creature within 10 feet of the target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
Can you maybe step away from Marrowstone for a little while? Actually, I think maybe we should put a little bit more forest in there. Let's do a little more forest. Oh, see, that's what I did last time. I just drug those mountains all over the place. So we're gonna have to delete them.
Badass dwarven gangster takes the cigar from his mouth. Boom! It's full Looney Tunes. It banana peel splits through cigar. Like, boom! Blows up. Their beards are singed.
Delete. All right. Okay. Now that I got those out of the way, let's see. Let's put some. Let's continue the line of forest down this way.
Incredible! After Rusevov, Randay, that is your turn. Your immediate
Oh, let me make this a little bit bigger.
You are no longer surrounded by mammoths as they have rushed past you, but you see 2 coming from the left, 3 coming from the right, both of them easily within a movement distance.
I mean, each one of these little trees I'm putting down is easily like 100-yard wide forest. So, line of forest here. Those forests will back right up to the beach area. Life's a beach. Chat, how's everybody out there doing today? To finally look up and get a chance to glance over here at the, over here at the chat box. How's everybody doing out there? Everybody holding in, hanging in pretty good? How's everybody feeling this Saturday? Hey, Greg Gray. Good to see you. How are you? We're just adding. We are just building some of our land while we're waiting for the next panel to start.
You get a 19 that absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. That is 13 damage. Ooh,
All right. All right. So the way we're going to work this, in my mind, at least, is that we're going to get the entirety of this, all the land masses done the way we want to. We're gonna get the forest in there. We're gonna get the lakes. We're gonna get the rivers. We're gonna get all the natural land features done first, and then we're gonna go back in and put our settlements down. And we're gonna decide whether there's gonna be a lot of settlements on an island, a little bit. You know, we're gonna go through and sorry, sneeze button. We're going to go in and we'll put our settlements down. And then we'll do our connective tissue. Once all that's done, and we have our world built, then we're going to go in and start naming our settlements, adding flavor to our settlements. And then once that's done, it'll be pretty much ready for me to create some sort of adventure history, start coloring the world. And then you guys can start cashing in your time that you have in the world, and we're going to start playing. So I'm shooting for sometime early November. Having everything ready to go. Now, what I'm wondering from you guys is everybody comfortable being on camera playing, or are you not comfortable playing on camera? Because we don't have to always play on camera, because I know that some people aren't about being in front of being put out there like that. So I think if you're opposed to being on camera, we can definitely run your portion off camera and then just sort of give a synopsis when we're back on camera. So, but we'll worry about that after we get all this done. So, all right, let's finish up Marrowstone before we take a little bit of a break before the next panel comes on. So about 5:50, we're gonna take a slight break so I can use the bathroom, and then we're gonna set up for. Grace says I don't mind on camera, just like notice. Yeah, we'll have plenty of notice. Grace, since you just came in, now's not a bad time to go back over the schedule for the rest of the day. So right now we're doing our 5 p.m. world building session, which is going to end in about 3 minutes while we wait for the next panel to start. We're going to watch the next panel for D&D Celebration 2020. And then that's gonna go for a while, and we're gonna watch the next live play after that. But at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m., we're gonna do some character building. We're gonna build 4 characters, and we're gonna use those 4 characters for people who want to. Tomorrow, we're gonna run a one-shot game tomorrow at 1 p.m. So, first come, first serve. Whoever's around for character building or not, whoever's around, just put your name in a hat. And if you wanna run a one shot tomorrow, we're gonna do it. This is gonna be a lot of fun. And then 9 p.m. tonight, we're gonna, if I make it, 9 p.m. tonight we're gonna do newbie trivia. The prize for newbie trivia is going to be this set of dice. So we're going to need 4 players for newbie trivia, or at least 2 players for newbie trivia. Wells, I don't need to put your name in the hat. I'll put you down right now. So Wells is in for the live play tomorrow. So we'll need 3 more players. So Wells is in for the live play, 1 p.m. So 9 p.m. newbie trivia. 10 p.m. is going to be expert trivia. Expert trivia. The prize for extra trivia is going to be these Tiefling Warlock 2-pack from Nolzur's Miniatures. And then our intermediate trivia, which we have 1 player down for already, Captain Pennsylvania, is going to take place at 11 p.m., and that's going to be our Dragonborn Paladin that we're going to be giving away. So, trivia at 9, trivia at 10, and trivia at 11. Let me know when you want to. You can be in multiple games if you want. You just can't win more than once. So, pick your poison. Let me know if you want me to put your name down for any particular time slot. I'll be doing it via Zoom. So when we get closer to that time, I'll need a way. I'll put the Zoom in chat, and then we'll go from there. So at 9 o'clock, starting at 9, 10, and 11, trivia on the hour. Be there, or be polyhedral instead of square. Bad jokes, I'm sorry. Well says, ooh, Tiefling Warlock, you say. All right, so let's see. The time is 5:50, so that's got 10 minutes before. All right, let's pause this. Oi, trivia! Can you let me know which? That was not a pick. Let me know which one you want to do, sir. And I'll put your name down. Minimum of 2, maximum of 4 per round. So let's move. We're gonna move this over here. Minimize this. Minimize. Must be playing a tabaxi. I can do the 10-1-2. Just stuck, and I'll be driving. Gray, you're welcome to jump into the trivia game if you want the Tiefling Warlock. Yeah, I'll probably be all in for all of them. Yeah, you could be all in for all of them, but if you do the beginner one and you win that, then you win the dice, and you won't be able to compete for either one of the miniatures. So you can be in for all of them, but you can only win one. So, you know, you're gonna have to pick and choose there, buddy. Let's get back to this. Be around for all of them. Yep. All right. Well, I'll put you down for one. You let me know which one you want to do, and I'll put you down. You could go up against Cap for the 11 p.m. Oh, can I play? I'm stuck doing family stuff. Okay, that's all right, Gray. No worries. No worries, mate. I'm a sandbag the dice. I'll be in and watching them, though. Okay. That is all good. All right, so we've got about 8 minutes left. Got about 8 minutes left of this. Put me down for the 10-11. Okay. All right, Wells is down for 10 and 11. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the schedule. Let's see where we're at. Okay. If you're just joining us, welcome to Polyhedra Paradise's coverage of D&D Celebration 2020. I'm your host, Jason. We are getting ready to end the D&D feature game, the Great Knucklehead Rally, at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's getting ready to end now. We just moved away from it. During the tail end of that, we just did some world building on Incarnate. We've continued to build more of our campaign that you, the viewer, are going to be playing in as soon as we're done building it. Moving on to schedule stuff, 7 p.m. tonight is going to be the next thing we do channel related, and that is going to be building some characters. That we're going to build 4 characters that 4 lucky players, 3 now because Wells has already filled one of the spots, are going to be playing in a one-shot tomorrow on this very channel at 1 p.m. And it's not only a one-shot, it is a special Ravenloft one-shot. If y'all been listening at all to this channel and to me, you know how much I absolutely love Ravenloft. So this is going to be a good experience for me and a good experience for anybody out there who's not seen us play or seen me play or seen anybody play for that matter. You'll get a chance to witness hilarity will ensue as we run through a Ravenloft adventure. We're going to have it scheduled from the block between 1 to 4 at the very latest. We're going to cut it off at 4, and that'll be tomorrow. The 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. block. We're going to take a break at 4 for a little while. Yeah, buddy. A Ravenloft one-shot. We're going to cut it off at 4 tomorrow and take a little bit of break. Then we're going to come back to finish the night off at about 7 to midnight to when this thing is done. So I think 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's going to be done at... it'll be finished up at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So we're going to take a break at 4, come back at 7 for the home stretch and finish it off. But today, where we're at now, we just finished, like I said, doing a little bit of world building. So the panel, what it means to be a bard is getting ready to come on in about 5 minutes. So I'm going to set it back to D&D Celebration 2020. I'm going to run and use the bathroom real quick. Y'all stay where you're at in chat. Talk amongst yourselves. Keep yourselves occupied while I go and pee. And then we're going to come back and we're going to watch what it means to be a bard. Moderator, Critical Bard, with Lauren Urban, Christina, Ariel, Kelly Butler, and Eugenia Vargas. So I'll see you guys back here in 5 minutes. I'm going to kick us back so that it's up and we can watch it. And again, in chat, we've got our character building coming up at 7. 9 o'clock, we got newbie trivia. Throw your hat in the ring if you want to participate, and we will hook it up. So we're going to bring this up here.
I'm gonna make that T-shirt that says the cure.
All right. Oh, Chris Perkins. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you back here in 4 minutes now. I'm going to set this up here so we know what's going on. And there's my be back soon. And again, if we hit 20 likes on the stream, I bring in a live chicken. The live chicken comes on the stream if we hit 20 likes. And if we get to 100 subs, we give away the dice box. See you guys in a few. I will be right back. I got to cut up some chicken breast and some things, cutlets. I'm going to hop in the shower, be listening, but I won't be able to type for a while with the salmonella on my hands. Yep. Oh, just stopping in to say hi. I'll try to make it at 7. Danny, did you hear the announcement about our live play?
Very dashing harem pants are completely spherical, jangling with metallic goods. As he goes, why is everyone looking at you?
Yeah, but nobody saw it, Wells. There was 4 people here. Nobody saw it. And live chicken on stream always works. I'll be right back, guys.
Thanks for the hot tip there. You're a good friend of the festival whenever it happens. Drinks on the house for these 6 heroes of the Great Knucklehead Rally. And I hope you feel that you have been paid in earnest. Drops a boatload of treasure in front of all of you. And the 6 of you enjoy a marvelous rest of your festival here in the heart of Icewind Dale. That's all. That's all for us, gang. That's all for us. We have there is another game coming up after us. But I am stalling for a second because I don't have the thing in front of me that lets me know what the thing is. Do we know what the Oh my God, Omega Jones, of course, gang. Omega Jones, aka the Critical Bard, will be running What It Means to Be a Bard. Go check him out. And there's a bunch of amazing panelists talking about our favorite, all of our favorite charisma-based caster. Please go ahead and check out the panel. It'll be a dang hoot. And thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this bardic panel. I am your host, who probably does the most, Omega Jones, also known as the Critical Bard, because I bard out critically. I am very excited about this because I was given the opportunity to talk about something that is very near and dear to me, and that is simply being a bard, because it's what I do in life. I have been performing since I was a child, and now I get to do it in a way that I love, and that's doing it through D&D. But before I get too much into who I am, I wanted to introduce my merry band of bards, because what's a bard without their companions, their company, their friends? So starting with Lauren Urban.
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. I'm the community manager for D&D Beyond. I am a professional oboist and English horn player here in the Seattle area, and I'm super happy to be here.
Nice. Christina Ariel.
Hello, my name is Christina Ariel, and you may know me from such things as the internet, where I play on a lot of shows where I generally play bards, like the show I'm on Wednesdays with the Buccaneer Buddies, Pirates of Leviathan, where I play Barbarella Sarsaparilla Gangland. It's really exciting. I do a lot of stuff. I write songs, I sing songs, and I make merriment everywhere.
Kelly Butler.
Hello, my name is Kelly. I'm also known as the Opera Geek because I am, in fact, a professional opera singer who just also happens to be a big old geek and plays a lot of D&D. I'm also the co-author with Hannah Rose of the Bardic College of the Opera homebrew.
And last but certainly not least, Eugenio Vargas.
Hey everybody, I'm Eugenio. You might know me as DM Jazzy Hands. I am the dungeon master and producer of an actual play D&D podcast called The Last Refuge. And more to the point for today, I am a professional musical theater actor and music director and orchestra conductor.
Ooh, and like I said, I'm Omega, also known as the Critical Bard. You might have heard my music with Critical Role, as I created the theme song for Critter Hug, which is a signal boosting show. I also created the Path of the Belter and the College of Acapella, which you can see on DM's Guild. And I also do a lot of stuff as I am a partner Twitch streamer, doing music as I sing and struggle playing video games. But that's not why you're here. You're here for the simple question that is the title of this panel, and that is simply what it means to be a bard, ? So first we have to ask the question, what is a bard? We know it in D&D terms, but if you look at bards throughout history, bards are storytellers. Bards, though it was based in Celtic roots, you see them everywhere when you think of different mythologies. We have gods of music like Hathor and Apollo. We have gods of poetry like Bragi. We have even dancing gods. Sometimes Shiva is referred to as a lord of the dance. And we also have gods of storytelling. Anansi the spider, specifically from West African mythos, is a god of storytelling. We look at all these things and what they mean when we think of the cavemen and women and those who are definitely non-binary, because what is gender? It's not real. You think about the paintings and etchings in the wall that told people exactly what was happening during those times. All those are forms of storytelling, which is what a bard's bread and butter is. It's about continuing that story throughout time, throughout history. I wanted to go around and see what you all believe, first and foremost, a bard is to you. Let's start with Lauren, and anyone can pick up after that.
I 100% agree with everything you just said. And then to expand upon it, being a bard is also using whatever your talents are, whatever your drive is, to not just convey that story, but to perform. And so sometimes you're performing for entertainment, sometimes you're performing to instruct, sometimes you're performing to distract, sometimes there's multiple things going on at once. But for me, the bard part of it is not just being the storyteller, but how you convey that story, which can happen in so many different ways.
Mm-hmm. I think it's important to, and we'll definitely hit on this in the future because it's very important. And the lovely Christina Ariel actually made a status about this on Twitter recently, which is simply that bards don't have to sing. Christina, any thoughts?
Yes, I did a performance in game the other day, and people were saying stuff like, "Oh, this is how you're supposed to." It's like, no. How I feel like a bard is inspiration. Like a bard is inspiration. Like they sing and touch your soul. They're able to do these things. I think people automatically have this idea that bards are useless and they're just there to make puns and whatever. But bards are actually pretty strong. Their spells are pretty fantastic. So I think they're just there to be the heart. I think the bard is the heart. The
Maybe.
bard, if you will.
Maybe I was on mute.
I mean, maybe I was on mute. Ha ha ha
So the bards are the Bart. I think that's going to get coined. We need to make sure that's clipped somewhere.
I am a Dragonborn Bart, and I'm here to rock.
Your first impression of what a bard means, or what it is to you?
I think I've said it before. I know I've said it to Omega. I don't know about everybody else. I've said
Thank you, Danny.
that our business as performers, and we're all professional performers, is we're in the business of joy and forgetting, and that's what bards do. They can, and throughout history, they give joy
Totally.
to the listeners, to themselves as well, and they also help people forget. They help them forget,
Especially with the mind erase spell.
everything else. What a bard is someone that can use their own talent and their own skill to make other people transcend what is happening in the mundane and like lift it another level higher.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Eugenio, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I think that's everything that's been said is absolutely right. Like it's about the storytelling, it's about the performing, and it's about elevating all of that. You know, bards are.
I don't know. I like bards, but I feel like they're really reaching to elevate the
D&D, right?
bard.
And I
You know?
really hope this is true what I'm about to say, because everybody in chat gonna correct me if it's not. But I believe that the subclass in the basic rules for D&D that are available for free, right, is the lore bard, right? Because it's about stories. It's
Yes,
about
lore
keeping
bard is a
stories,
base
and it's about
bard.
telling stories.
Everybody in
But
chat, what is your
it's
favorite
more than
bard?
just that, because
Mine
that's
is
just a
College of
historian,
Whispers
that's a
bard.
sage. You can do that with a background. You could say that a wizard
I am a
keeps
College of
stories,
Whispers
right?
Dragonborn.
It's about not only commemorating the stories and being that sort of repository for the stories, but it's about using those stories and sharing them and creating a whole new creation every time you tell a story, which I'm jumping ahead a little bit because we'll talk about creation bards a little bit later, spoiler alert, but I really think that new
It's amazing.
subclass
I never
really
thought when I
speaks
was a
to me
kid there'd be a
because
whole panel for bards.
It gets down to the core
Bards are
of
huge now.
we are
Huge.
taking stories and we are using them to
Bards are a
create
big deal.
in
Don't
a
let
really
anybody tell you any
creative
different.
and exciting and, like Kelly said, joyful way.
It's interesting because if you think about the history of the bard, I want to comment on something you said about, you know, historians
Yes.
and sages.
Gray
and
says,
things
"I
that
like the
matter."
bard on The Witcher."
Well,
Yes.
In history, because again, the word bard derives from a
Danny
word
says,
that
"I don't really
basically
know.
means
I haven't
poet
been one in
or
D&D
story.
yet." Yeah, to be honest,
And
they're actually
bards were used
a lot more
in history
badass than they used to be.
because a lot of like the scribes and things of that nature. they were
Toss
too
a coin
expensive.
to your
People didn't want to
DM.
pay that much for that information.
Oh,
So people
Valley of
actually started, like
Plenty.
monasteries and things started actually
Yeah, the bard from The
hiring
Witcher,
what
he
we
was
know
fun.
as
He got a bad rap.
bards to be those storytellers, those historians that told what needed
God,
to
it's
be
hot in
told
here.
and learned what needed to be learned, so people could know. Because again,
I'm gonna fall out.
information is power, and information costs. And if you don't have the cost, you won't get that information.
Like a
So
coin.
hire the bard, or they'll have these bards who didn't cost as much, so they can get that information just as much as the people higher up could. So storytelling and being historians is seeped into it. But when it comes to D&D, we kind of swapped that. Interestingly, that it became the wizard who was intelligence based. And because they're intelligence-based, they're the ones that are considered to be the sages because they work with their spell book. And
yeah, it makes sense.
You want to do like an investigation check or an arcana check, but in reality, bards knew all of that probably better than the wizards did. But
y'all can't see my face right now, but I'm raising an eyebrow.
Unfortunately,
they're really leaning into bards hard.
I see them as the ones who, and I see it a lot. They're the ones who have the puns, or they make people laugh, or they, for some reason, decide to seduce dragons. And we'll get into that later because that's just. As a real life bard, I'm not seducing any dragon, fictional or not. But
well, thanks for that, pal.
Of that,
there goes my chances.
Are powerful. They mean so much to this world, and I'm glad that we're starting to see them get the respect that they deserve.
This is like an Up with Bards panel.
Important.
It's crazy.
I've used this joke. Not even a joke. I've used
it's not that
this,
it's a bad thing.
Explanation
I'm just
before.
surprised that it exists.
How many of you can go back to second grade in your head and think about the math question that your teacher asked you? Probably not. And if you can, I love you. You're great. But the point is, how many of you can now?
Go
on. But the point is, how many of you can go into your mind's eye and go into second grade and think about that first concert you went to, or the first song you listened to that you loved? Why is it that you can remember the song but you can't remember the equation? Because those stories stick with you, and that's what bards were meant to do. They were meant to inspire, and that inspiration lasted throughout generations.
Danny R says, I'll seduce anything once.
So sorry to interrupt.
Twice
you.
if I enjoy it.
That's a good point, though, right? In the example that you used, that concert, right? Let's imagine, let's think about that concert, right? And let's imagine that we're sitting there. I don't know, if we're in second grade, maybe we're listening to Peter and the Wolf for the first time. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but for me in my public school education, that was such an introduction of the instrument groups, right? In elementary school music class.
Has anybody ever heard Weird Al's rendition of Peter and the Wolf?
Without narration, without anything.
Let me know in chat if you've ever heard the Peter and the Wolf
singer does with lyrics,
by Weird Al.
Right? And you can imagine a dance recital that tells as much of a story as a poet does or a writer does with words. The important thing here is we keep talking about storytelling, and I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea that storytelling means literally using my mouth to tell you a story, right? We can stories and imagery and emotions with dance, with music, with so many things. I have run into folks who are nervous to play bards because they don't think they're clever enough to come up with vicious mockery, right? Or they don't want to sing their spells, or they don't want to do that sort of writing. But
you don't have to do that stuff
and performance and all of the things that
you don't have to do it
to a bard. There are myriad ways for you to do that.
Chomp,
you don't
chomp,
have to
chomp,
have
chomp.
a vial as your spellcasting focus as a bard. You can do that with dance. You can
Cap
do
is
that
nervous.
with tuneless
Slash is
singing.
nervous
That
slash
is the
scared.
way that you bring your creation to the world.
And
Welcome to
sometimes
Bard
people
School,
forget
where the men are
also
men and the boys are nervous.
The power of storytelling. And I read a quote in a book that said, people think that stories are shaped by people, when in fact it's people who are shaped by their stories. And it's very true. One
All right, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Oh God.
Is responsible for something that we all now assume was originally part of the Arthurian legends, and he's responsible for Lancelot, who is not in the original.
God, I was warm in there.
But
Not even gonna lie.
Took lead, and now everybody knows that story. That's the story you remember, because that's the power of creativity and
I love
giving
the
people that
intellectualism with the turn of phrase and it is.
I would
It is
love
not
to
the
jump off
stories
of
that
some
shape
people
people.
who have
It's the
said,
people that
especially
shape the
Neo,
stories.
about
Like,
the impetus
is it
to play
really
bards,
intellectual
but
if you just
being
swapping
afraid
two
of
words
doing
around?
Bard things at the table.
I don't know.
Because we have been blessed in 5th edition with some amazing people who have played bards
Scoot in a
on
little
stream.
bit. Lean into this here.
And a lot of those bards are the
Let me know, how is everybody doing in chat? How's the stream going? Everything look good?
And so not only
We're
should
2
you feel
hours and
comfortable
34 minutes in.
playing a bard that paints,
We're
or
listening
playing a
to
bard that
the
tells stories, or playing a bard
the,
that is the
bard
College of
panel.
Sword bard and does dance with swords.
It is
But if you
6:16
do want to be the
Eastern Standard
kind of
Time.
bard that does vicious mockery
Coming up
or
at
sings,
7 o'clock,
you
once this
don't
panel's over, we're
have
going to
to
do
do
some
that at a
character
table
building. We're going to build
the
some
same way
characters
that
on
we
World
don't
Anvil.
ask the barbarians to
We're going to
actually grab
use
swords and
those
swing. The same way we don't
characters
ask the
tomorrow
druids to
for our
turn
1
into
p.m.
wolves
live
when
play
they're at the table.
of
The same way that
Ravenloft
clerics do
Adventure.
not
Everybody knows how much I love
always have to
Ravenloft. We're going to
play
do
and come
live
up with
play
prayers.
at 1 p.m.
You know,
tomorrow.
The joy of role playing is that you can just
9 o'clock tonight, we're going to have newbie trivia. 10 o'clock tonight, we're going to have expert trivia.
If you're really excited
And 11
about
o'clock
playing
tonight,
a
we're going to have
bard, but
intermediate
you're
trivia.
afraid of doing
We already
the
have 2
performance
players.
part,
We
that's the joy of
can, for
D&D.
expert and
Become that character, but don't feel like you have to
intermediate,
then,
we still have plenty of room. We have room for 2 to 4 players. Yeah, this is a real good point. I'm going to stop talking.
Go forth and be a bard. It's awesome.
And that is a very good point that she had. Is that you don't have to be a real life.
Go back to what you said
You
about
don't have to be a real life weightlifter to be strong in D&D. You know, so same with Bard. Like you don't have to present your song.
those are the memories
You know,
that are so.
you can
Kelly
just
said
rely on the
something that was
dice.
Interesting.
And that's
And
you know.
hopefully this works. but it's
Wu-Tang
gonna
Wells
be
just chopped them chickens.
negative
Now I'm hopping in the shower.
plus or
You
minus
just
square root.
gotta be really careful when you jump in the shower, sir. You don't want to land the wrong
Whatever
way.
it is, I don't know. I forgot.
minus 4A.
B squared minus 4AC over 2A.
Yeah.
It's like that just disproves my own point.
Nerds up here.
But like you remember that melody, like you remember
DM
the melodies
Jazzy
of
Hands.
life.
I like that.
And
DM Jazzy
Frank
Hands.
Hamilton really says, "Who lives, who dies, who tells your story." Like so many people are remembered through songs. So many periods of time are remembered through songs. If you think about Miss Morissette and Jagged
Wells,
Little
that's
Pill,
that's
you're gonna go
that's
back to the
bardic
fact,
knowledge right
oh,
there.
Those songs were about Uncle Joey from Full House. Like there's certain memories that correlate with the
Oh,
song, and
thank
like,
you,
that is
Greg.
a story
Yeah,
that
Danny
is
would be a great
there
player.
in time. Like
That's a +3
that is the
mustache
power
right
of a
there. I'm
song.
not gonna
Like,
lie.
Think about like Carly Simon.
You're so
Like,
vain.
You're so vain. Like all these songs
Boom.
that stand the test of time, but that is still a story. That is someone's story. It was written about someone and it's told from an experience.
Side note,
And like, how powerful is
I have a problem with the song "You're So Vain," where she's out there singing "You're So Vain." I bet you think this song is about you, right? When in actuality, that song was about the person she was singing about. So therefore, that was correct. So is he really vain to assume that the song was about him when in fact it was about him? Just saying. I'm just saying. Grace says only old people like us, Jason, have to watch out when we jump in the shower. Yeah. Yes. Just listen to that Weird Al. He's so great. Yeah, Danny. Oh man, this is my favorite concerts. Like, I've seen Weird Al like 6 or 7 times. He's fantastic. I saw him perform the Strings Attached tour, and I met him. And I've got the pictures. I'll show him at some point. I was hammered when I actually went to meet him. I was shaking his hand, and like he was like, I was all messed up, leaning on him, shaking his hand. This is just a flagrant use of voice right now. Yeah, Danny, hit us with your favorite Weird Al quote.
We all know our ABCs because we sang it. And it's not saying you have to sing it, but there's a reason you did. Because we learned so much through music.
All right, this fly's back. Everybody remember the battle I had with the fly yesterday? Well, he's back.
That's all I have to say. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say one more quick thing on the topic of folks who are nervous.
All right, Danny, wait, there it is. To most people, I'm Weird Al Yankovic. When I'm with my kids, I'm just Dad Al Yankovic. That's cute. I would like to have Weird Al as a dad. Oh, now he's getting meta.
And that's what D&D is. We are all bards when we sit down to play, so please don't ever feel like you can't play a bard. You are already.
I guess this panel is about like giving people like permission to express themselves, which is great. I feel like it took me forever when I was younger to really dig into like letting myself go at the table. I recommend anybody like who wants to play this game, get around a bunch of people you trust and just let yourself go. Just like totally like wild out at the table. Do funny voices. It doesn't matter where they land. Just joke around. Like really lean into like the absurdity of the game you're playing and just let loose and have fun.
As an orchestral musician, and I say that specifically because what brings me joy as a bard is the performance.
All right, Danny. I'll see you in a little bit, bud.
Which is why D&D is such a joy.
Catch you later.
Performing with other people. We may only be
Wells is texting in the shower. He's got one of them waterproof smartphones. He's soaping. It's a cell phone loofah combo. And he's like cleaning his arms while texting at the same time. Just wait till you find out how he cleans his hiney.
Whether we are creating a story in the moment, it is the collaborative effort with other people.
Yeah.
That I
Now he is.
and performing that either for the other people in
He's washing his main bone with his smartphone.
is what makes me a bard. That is what I live for.
Christina?
Faux show.
You know you were next.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. I'm actually really excited about what I'm about to say.
Yeah, this is a picture of a TARDIS back there.
Britney Jean Spears once said,
Britney Jean Spears.
type of people in the world.
Nah.
The ones that entertain and the ones that observe. Well, baby, I'm a put on a show kind of girl. Don't like the back seat, gotta be first. And that speaks to me on such a visceral level because I am an entertainer.
I think that's probably a show that we could all do without Wells. It's shower time with Wu-Tang Wells. Come see my naughty bits. Doot-doot.
She's throwing me off, and I was like super focused at like 4 years old, going to sing the like Jesus Loves Me Whitney Houston version at church, thinking I was just like, but I'm a performer. I am a bard. Like it's who I am, and I.
Now I'll just trim my beard so I wouldn't look like a giant beard douchebag and call myself Scarface or something.
I can be my whole self, like as a performer and as a person, and this intertwining thing, this story that eventually becomes part of my life at a point.
Hang on.
So lived.
I'll do it for you.
Mind is that strong. The power of the story is that strong that it feels sometimes like something that you have lived through, and that's to be able to be a part of that type of story is something I want to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah, no, that's great. Also, praise be to Britney Jean Spears. Kelly?
Oh my goodness.
I actually started singing as a very, very small child because I had such a terrible stutter that I couldn't speak. I couldn't get a sentence out.
Man, she's got some extremely blue-green eyes, unless she's heavily filtered.
Singing everything that I was trying to say. And then I could say it. And it kind of...
Maybe I should get Cecilia to try to do that.
It's not what I originally wanted to do, but then the first time you take that chance and step out on a stage, for some of us, it's a feeling of coming home. And that, I think, is what I feel about myself as a bard. And especially being an opera singer, my job is telling stories that have been told before many, many times.
I guess she is an actual opera singer. Be kind of curious to hear her sing.
I consider myself a real life bard.
I mean, at that point, you are a bard, a real-life bard.
Point out something. A big reason why.
All right, I'm going to sing a little opera now, and I want somebody in chat to tell me what this is from. Bimba vaio chieder di tuberia, apuesta rantasi. Anybody know what that's from? Anybody remember?
In a very similar way to what Kelly described, from a very young age, I was a performer.
Nah, maybe.
On the stage performer bard, 2 years old, coffee table, Gloria Stefan, good times.
Everybody seems very excited about what they've done in their life. I admire that. Like, I was always embarrassed about my childhood revelries, jumping up on top of the table and dancing and stuff like that. I got embarrassed of that later in life. But Wells says The Godfather. Negative. Topical, but negative. Or was that the answer to the? Yeah, I knew. Yeah. No, that's not what that is from.
Theater, through whatever it is. And it's actually, I think, a lot of the reason that I really enjoy being a conductor and a music director very much translates into why I so much enjoy being a dungeon master as well and a GM for other systems, because I love.
I like that he made the differentiation.
Give people the tools.
I like that. I dug it.
Tell these amazing stories, and I can't. I don't know. I can't fully describe.
No, it's not the movie it's from. No, it's from Goonies.
I've played piano for a long time, and so when you're in college, someone hears you play the piano in the theater department, they're like, oh, you should music direct this thing. I've never done that. It doesn't matter. You'll be fine. But the first time I got to do that and got to teach.
That's when Chunk is getting ready to get kidnapped by one of the Fratelli brothers. It's the opera song he sings. Maybe from The Godfather too. I don't think so though.
Was an unbelievable feeling, and I'm still very much a bard as a part of that, because I have the opportunity to bring the orchestra, bring the band with these amazing actors as they tell
Bring that
the
beat
story,
back.
so that all of us work together in this incredible creation. And I have to tell you all, thank goodness, thank all of the gods for D&D and for role-playing games, because right now, for those of us who are professional bards, who are professional musicians and actors and singers, our industry is at a complete standstill.
Yes.
95% of the stage unit actors have been unemployed for 6 months.
Negative. It was Goonies.
If it was not for gaming, for storytelling and RPGs, for D&D, I don't know what I would have done, because I have been able to leap body, mind, and soul into creating within role-playing games and letting that.
That's true. There has been
hearing you sing and hearing Christina sing a little bit.
a huge deal that we were able to play all these games and still go live with people, and that's it's been a lot of release. It's been a release for a lot of people.
You're making me tear up, so go for it. We're all gonna.
Oh my.
Hearing those things and being able to experience that for the first time in 6 months filled me up so much, and it made me realize how very, very grateful I am to have this community, to have the 4 of you and all of the other people that I get to play with and work with and create content with, because it's just what I said last time. We are all bards, and this is just another branch, another facet of that, and thank goodness.
We are all bards here.
I do want to speak to something. Oh.
You go.
You go, not go. I think one of the most powerful things is watching someone talk about what they care about and seeing them come alive. And I just want to say, Eugenio, the passion you just spoke with was so beautiful. It was just so honest, and your face was filled with joy, and the way that you your entire body was filled talking about what you care about. Seeing all of I love everyone on this panel. There's so much talent that I'm looking at, and
I like this panel, but I feel like a lot of these people D&D is almost secondary. And the other stuff, the stuff that makes them bards is primary. I don't know. It's kind of I haven't heard them talk about D&D too much. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being sensitive or whatever. It's Tessa's birthday, so I can't hang out until after 7 my time, but you guys will be rounding up a little bit after that. I will catch up on yesterday's The Boys episode. Oh, yeah. Hey, 7 your time, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we'll be doing the last. That'll be the second round of trivia, Gray. If you want to be in on that, and yeah, tell Tesla we said happy birthday. Please, most definitely, please tell her we said happy birthday.
It fills something that I've been missing, and it makes me feel better. I think that's really a Bard thing. I mean, we will mock you.
Don't know. Drit says, "Hey, dude, in the game you run, what character classes are everybody?" Oh, the Mondays game. Is that the one you're talking about?
It's important. We've all said it, but I have to say it again. I believe every single last person on this panel lost their artistic job in some way, shape, or form, and won't see that artistic job again for a long time. Because unfortunately, the world doesn't see bards and artistry as essential. They don't see us as necessary for society to thrive. But don't forget that bards are the reason this society even exists. The stories that we hear from long ago, we weren't there. We didn't know that Troy fell. We didn't know any of those things. But we heard about it. We heard it through those stories. So it's hard for us being literally the ones.
Yeah, on Monday there's yeah, okay. Monday there is a ranger. There is a sorcerer. There is a cleric. There is a barbarian, and there is a bard. And they're and it's two half drow, a dragonborn, a tabaxi, and it's half tiefling. We should make all bards for the Ravenloft one shot tomorrow. All bards. In honor of what it means to be a bard.
Of being a bard is inspiring. Like Eugenio said, as a director, you are the ones who are literally gathering this group and telling them when to come in and when not to come in. They are supporting this group, so as a whole, it's cohesive, and that's inspiring them to make sure to get them on one accord with you. Why do you all think that?
Damn, dude, that's well-rounded. Yeah, it's a pretty well-rounded party.
Why of all the classes, why is that what they're based on?
For me, this is tied into a lot. I've been thinking a lot about how bardic magic works in my headcanon. I'm not talking mechanically, and certainly not everyone who plays a bard has to think about their magic this way.
Put a lot of thought into this. I'm impressed.
It goes hand in hand with why inspiration. And we've already talked about it. We've already mentioned, think back to, not even the second grade one, like think back to the last time you were at a concert, at a play, at a musical, at an opera, at a dance party, whatever it was.
I've wanted to play a bard, but I want to play a College of Whisperers bard. I view Tyrion like a College of Whisperers bard. Tyrion Lannister. Like, he can bring down a whole kingdom with his words, And he's a storyteller, and he drinks and he knows things. Like, to me, that is like the quintessential College of Whisperers bard.
And it's exactly what you needed to re-up your confidence in the battle, right? They sing a stanza and so powerfully.
Tony Stanza? Who's the bard? Who's the bard? Come on, who's the bard? All right. Time check. We are 2 hours and 53 minutes into our second day stream. We're watching the What Makes a Bard panel. It is 6:36. My light is changing, so I'm looking a little dark. So hopefully that works a little bit better. What it means to be a bard, D&D Celebration 2020. So we got Omega Jones, Lauren Urban, Christina Ariel, Kelly Butler, and Eugenio Vargas. I'm talking about the roles of bards in D&D and society as a whole.
But when they come home, what do they do after they probably get a bite to eat or whatever. They probably turn on TV.
Bite to eat.
That's bardic. Probably play a game. Guess who created that? A bard. They do all
Omega Jones is really into bards. Fly. Oh my God, that fly is back.
after working so hard. So it's like that inspiration is so ingrained into our world that we don't even realize. So yeah, I'm here for that. Anybody else? I just sorry, love being a bard.
Go. No.
Oh my goodness, got me in the face. I wonder if this is 100% live or if it's pre-recorded at all. Just off the top of my head, just wondering. Dritz, did you hear our announcement about the character creation and the live play tomorrow? Because we're creating some characters around 7 p.m. In about 20 minutes, we're going to be creating some characters that we're going to be playing in tomorrow's game. And we're doing a live play at 1 p.m. tomorrow. We're doing a one-shot on the channel during a break. Cat missed a lot. I mean, they're just talking about bards and their role in society and stuff like that, and drawing parallels from D&D bards to real life performance and its importance to society and stuff. So it's pretty interesting. They're very into bards. But actually what it seems like is that they're substituting the word bard for performer and viewing that sort of through their own lens as performance artists. So.
One of my favorite quotes is from the playwright Bertolt Brecht, and he said, "In the dark times will there be singing? Yes, there will be singing about the dark times." Well. That's what we do. That's what we do. We take you from where you are, and for just a little bit, just a few minutes or an hour, put you where you'd rather be. And that's why a bard is built on inspiration. And that's why it doesn't have to be singing. It doesn't even have to be music. You can just be like the oh God, is it Henry the Fifth or Henry the whatever? You know, whatever. There's so many.
What are two Henrys amongst friends? 3 5th.
Or if you've ever looked at a statue, like some of the statues in Italy where they literally have carved stone to look like a transparent veil. If you can look at that and not be inspired to make life better for both yourself and other people, I mean, come on. That's what we do.
The Rocky statue at the steps in Philly.
I love it.
Inspires me. Inspires me to chase a chicken.
Inspired me to remember one of my most favorite quotes, especially when I'm thinking about D&D and D&D characters, actually comes from Kurt Vonnegut, in where they say, "We are what we pretend to be, so we must be careful what we pretend to be." I think bards inspire us and demonstrate to us things that we want to be. Bards give us the in-game specific.
Yeah, you can pretty much substitute the word bard for performers.
I'm helping you realize the
That's right, Slash.
the thing you want to be, the thing you want.
The chicken's coming back, even if Wells doesn't want it to.
Connection through our performance that is inspiring, that is amazing, and it is that personal connection that when I can do something to help you get
Daddy, you forgot about triangle better.
What'd I forget about? Oh, Marius just brought me down my D4. Apparently I had left it upstairs. Gray says I'm here to see the chicken. Gray, chicken, Honey Pie made an appearance already. I can get Honey Pie again if you want. Sorry, guys. I'm just having a little trouble adjusting my lighting.
You think about what does it mean to inspire? Because the things you do doesn't necessarily affect things other people do or the way people feel, but it's those small things. It's like you said. It's when you see that statue and you see
The light's changing, so of course, gotta change with it.
carved a statue of stone into looking like thin veil.
Slash all the chicken.
Or I'm going to call out somebody else in the community, Devin Rue with maps. Making those maps and looking at them, that takes talent.com, periodic table. It takes so much, but you look at it and go, wow. You can create an entire story based on that one map you just saw.
I like creating maps.
That you can do, and I think that's why
All right.
bards are based in that
Throw a chicken into chat if you want me to go wrangle down Honey Pie and bring her back on the stream.
They aren't just dramatic just because they are charismatic, because paladins, sorcerers, and warlocks are all also charismatic. So many charismatic classes. But it's just because at their core, they are there to tell that story and remind you of the good or the bad or whatever they want it to be. They're there to inspire you at the end of the day. But we have a couple minutes, we have more than a couple minutes left, but
It must be completely live.
how to apply being a bard and
Oh, Slash. Whew. That's a lot of chickens. Yeah, that's a lot of chickens too. All right, so got Slash and Captain Pennsylvania are all in for Honey Pie to come back on the stream. Oh. Some drops of Jupiter coming on at you. I forget I said that. All right, we got 15 minutes before we're going to be doing some character building. It's the Exhibit playing D&D. Oh my God, it does look like Exhibit. Exhibit A. No, sorry. Oh my God, now I can't get Exhibit out of my head. Did you, Cap, have you missed most of this panel? Hug.
This subclass will be easy and something that a lot of the non-performer bards will be drawn.
Stop stealing chickens.
It does the work for you.
Well.
How do I sing? How do I dance? How do I viciously mock? Don't worry about it. Think about the music and what that concept is in its most.
Cap says you ain't nobody if you don't steal a chicken. Well, I am somebody. And this somebody's about to pilfer a chicken. All right, let me go see if Honey Pie's in the yard. If Honey Pie's in the yard, she's coming on stream. All right, I'm going to go check. Great, don't go anywhere. I'm going to go get Honey Pie.
When a creature rolls that bardic die to add to an ability check, they can add that little mote that's hanging there, the thing you created from solid music, and you can roll. My apologies. You can use that bardic inspiration dice again and choose one of the two numbers. You can do so much with this class. I think I want to see what you all think on it, because I think there's so much potential within this subclass, and it's going to be fun. I really think it's going to be fun. Any thoughts?
Can I real quick just say what I love about what I love about that moat is that they very specifically call out that it can look like anything you want it to. So this is the bardic version of the spiritual weapon, or anything that you're creating. What does it look like? Well, what does that mean to you? It can be a music note, but can it be a flower? Can it be a box? Can it be whatever it is that's important to you and how you express yourself as a bard? So I love that they specifically talk about that.
So two of the other subclass features, one of them allows the bard to create an object, and another one allows
Honey
the
Pie?
bard to animate existing
The internet. Internet. Honey Pie. Say hi. Say hi. Come on. Say hi. This is Honey Pie. Honey Pie's my next door neighbor's chicken. Here. Say it. Say it. What'd you have to say? She's about to cast Bardic Aggravation. No? See? Say hi. Say hi.
First of all, I will notice bard is not on that list. Second of all, it's a 5th level spell, and it's the flavor
All right.
for that spell is
There she is.
Pulling wisps of shadow material from this
Look,
shadow,
she's clenching my finger.
sort of an object out of that.
Honey Pie, you're famous. Talk to your people. Go ahead, talk to your people. All right, I'm taking her back home. You can't have her. That's my chicken. She's talking smack at you, Slash.
That not only can the people around them see it in their mind's eye, but it literally comes true. They are so evocative in their storytelling, whether that is verbally, whether that is movement, whatever it is, right? They're able to create a thing out of nothing, a real live thing, not some shadow form made solid, not an illusion, a thing out of nothing. What a cool thing for a storyteller to be able to do.
And I want to quickly.
I really should probably go wash my hands.
I think it's so cool because we talk about these stories that they tell, but at the end of the day, bards are warpers of reality. We take what
You don't.
we want.
You don't handle a chicken without washing your hands. At least I don't think so. I don't know.
Shift the tone
God, this one's hot
of
too.
the world in order to make it better or worse, because there are some bad bards. It exists.
Ugh.
But I think it's really cool that they
Ha ha ha, Wells. Hey, there's attack chickens in D&D, pal. It's a long stream, buddy. You gotta do something to break out the monotony. Yes, I did. I just tossed it out my back door. That's where I got it from. Now it's a food show. What object I missed? No, Cap. I'm far from a furry. I bought that today at Walmart for the kids. Whew. Omega has been prone to bust out in song. I bet he's fun at a party. It is he. Okay, I bet he's fun at a party. Kelly's shocked.
You know how I know a bard is that I saw that and I'm like, oh, this is a really great ability. And then I saw the GP cost and I was like, how many of these can I make if I take naps and sell them and get out of town really quick?
Yeah, far from a furry. I'm no way, Warden. I'm in no way, shape, or form a furry.
I love the idea in so many shared mythologies, the universe was sung into creation. And
Word.
it doesn't have to be sung. Again, music, anything, creative.
Cap Pennsylvania says it would have been cooler if I were a furry. I'm okay with taking the hit on that one, Cap. I'm okay with taking the hit on that one.
Say that again. I need like a voice modulator on that one. Cast thaumaturgy.
Anybody see that falling? It's like a feather.
Somebody with ADHD to remember what she said 2 seconds ago.
No, Wells is not a furry. Wells is Fury.
From what it is into what we want it to be. And I think that's whatever it was. But that's what's so cool about
She has some seriously blue eyes. I know I've said it before.
I'm really excited to play this, honestly.
Cat in Pennsylvania. I mean, I'll try it out. I mean, I'll send you a mask if you want. It's up to you what you do with it.
Thought process is how extra can I be with this? That is
I like Kelly's cedar wall. That wall looks fantastic. Why does she have like a D&D Beyond plaque back there? Oh, that's cool.
like to kind of sing and twirl and look bad.
Oh.
But anyway,
She's extremely white. I'm turned on. She's very. She was. Yeah.
or something just ridiculous. Make a little tea kettle up here.
She's alabaster. Alabaster doll.
It's like you're always prepared to like pull out like a fan. You can make a fan materialize. Think about the clack. This is such a powerful tool, and in the wrong hands, it could be so fun.
The clap? Did she say the clap?
All of them. I still have my crown right now, but it's far.
Slash says you give Cap that unicorn mask, might not get the horn back. Oh man, I don't want to know what color it would be if I got it back. This bard panel is taking a while.
But I did see somebody in the chat mention something about how when there's a bard in the party, all the oxygen gets sucked out of the room. And I get that stereotype because a lot of real-life bards, I mean, we've been staring at you for 50 minutes, right? And we can have larger-than-life personalities, and we enjoy getting to tell you stories. But if you think about what our jobs are as professional bards, as professional performers and artists, it is just as important whether we are on stage conducting a band, playing in an orchestra, singing a song, even writing poetry.
I'll never find that bards suck the air out of the room. I don't know. I think that's a misrepresented fallacy, frankly.
When we have a rest in the music, when it is not our line, when space in a poem evokes as much as the words did. And so I want to just say unequivocally that there are all kinds of ways to play bards, but I would super encourage us to look beyond that sort of super outgoing, always has a at the ready and always jumping in at every and any moment. Let's be better than that. Let's be more nuanced than that. Let's think about what it actually means to tell a story. And
I mean, that's a pretty good, like...
because,
Oh,
there are some unflattering stereotypes about bards, and some of them are maybe deserved, and some of them are maybe true, but a lot of them aren't. And as a real life
Whoops.
bard, but also
Oh,
as
that's
someone who
Twitch.
wants to have people at my table who play
Yeah,
bards
I didn't mean to
and
hit that.
players enjoy them playing a bard.
So how's everybody feeling out there? 6:53. We got a few minutes left before we get out of here and get into some character building. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take should we take a hard break for a half hour or so and then start up another stream, or should we just take like a soft 10-minute break and then get into character building? What are you guys feeling? How's everybody doing? Everybody hanging in there? We're about almost 3.5 hours into the second stream. Wells is booting my PC up. Great. Getting ready for the. Are you entering the newbie, the newbie trivia, or are you just entering the extra trivia, Wells? Also, don't forget, peoples. Let me know about trivia. 7 p.m. 7:15. We're gonna do some character building. 9 o'clock newbie trivia. 10 o'clock advanced trivia. And 11 o'clock intermediate trivia. Let me know how you want to, which one you want to participate in. Where's turned into male rogue? Like male rogue, like with the hair and everything. Put me where you need me, Coach. I'm a save you. I'm not gonna put you in. I'm not gonna put you in newbie. You'll kill it. So, the fuck does that even mean? I don't know what it means. Cap's just pulling shit out of his ass at this point.
I believe in actionable items, so it was basically what advice would you give to someone who's new? And like, I don't want to be like in 10 words or less, but I am gonna go around and say like, what is some advice you would give to someone who wants to play a bard and doesn't know where to start? Especially without having to worry about stereotype or the fear of not playing them right. Let's just go around again, starting with Lauren.
Oh, Kelly's got her tiara on.
Is kind of the same as my advice for just playing D&D in general. What is it about this class that excites you, and then lean into it. And don't worry about the mechanics. Don't worry about the storytelling. Don't worry about whether you yourself feel like you can perform.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about being a bard? Is it a spell? Is it a specific power that the bards have? Is it an idea?
I feel like I'm being touched. He's brushing my hair.
I didn't want to play bards for a very long time because I didn't want to.
Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate it.
I didn't want to be that person who is a bard in real life. And
What, buddy? Okay.
Watching a game in where somebody, one of the bards casts and how.
Seriously, Wells. Seriously. The hair is ice blue. Or your eyes are ice blue. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Hey. All right, buddy. Thank you. Everybody say hi to Marcus. Marcus, say hi to everybody. All right, bud. Thank you very much for that. I know. Marcus showing off the Polyhedra Paradise dice tray. Can you take that upstairs for me, Marcus, so it doesn't get messed up down here? Huh? Nah, they can go back upstairs.
This is the way it's been done. You don't have to let someone else dictate your story and how you do that thing.
Marcus came in like a wrecking ball. He came in like a dinosaur.
So be you, being the character that you want to be, telling the story that you want to tell.
Sorry about that, guys.
Emotions that you want to, like whatever it is that you feel comfortable doing. Do not think because so and so put on a show that you have to do that.
Yeah.
Because someone wrote a
This is really good advice. This bit is.
play to your strengths.
Mhm.
Do what makes you happy. Make sure that you stay happy with your character.
You know, you got Kelly.
Okay, so say you do want to be a bard, and you're like, I do want to go the performance route. Do not be afraid to be absolutely ridiculous.
I will say this: the 4K monitor is not friendly
Be ridiculous.
to her.
Being ridiculous is where the best stuff happens.
Like the one I got 2 monitors. Like the one standard over here is good. 4K. 4K is unforgiving.
If you're reading the room correctly, like Christina said, it's going to be fantastic. Don't be afraid to do something that's, something that the real you might not always be as comfortable with, as a performer. You might be very introverted, but you're
I would like to say that if we get the 20 likes on the stream, I'll bring the chicken on, but the fact of the matter is the chicken's already been on the stream twice, so I don't really have anything to offer in that regard. We got 9 likes. That's good. That beats yesterday. Yeah. Bards are extra as hell. Like, just get the Psycho Peepers. Psycho Peepers.
Yeah, I mean, they've said so much of the ideas that I had, so all I would say then to
Eugenio.
is, don't feel limited.
It's a soft G. Eugenio.
Do their magic and do their performance in a certain way.
Cap, you're more than welcome to. You still like Rogue or the Porcelain Goddess?
And then maybe try and find someone who history doesn't think of as a bard, that does the thing.
All right, up to 10 likes. That's awesome. I don't know what I'll do when we get to 20. Maybe I'll strip a banana.
All of these theorems and these formulae, and take that and then just make it, like I said, with the
Well, I know, right? I'm serious.
It doesn't have to be a singer. It doesn't have to be these things. Please don't.
That's facts.
I had to change too. And honestly, to wrap up,
I wish I had a tiara now.
all that into a really quickly minute to be clipped, so you can always take this with you. What is it about the class that excites you? Don't worry about mechanics. Have fun. Remember your boundaries and only do what you're comfortable with. Play to your strengths.
Pull Chris Evans.
Because that's what we do.
I don't want to scare the folk.
Don't feel limited. And what I will add to that is make trouble wherever you go.
Make trouble wherever you go.
Who can shape this society and make it a better place.
I want to hear some good oboe playing. Lauren Urban, she needs to play some oboe.
Christina Ariel, Kelly Butler, Eugenio Vargas. so excited to have brought you this.
I already did. It's actually awesome.
Thank you all for being here.
He only put the crown on to try to claim our woman. I don't think he's. Probably not. Well, it says nerds usurp this man. Bye. Bye. That was a very interesting panel. What'd everybody think? Huh? What'd everybody think about that bardic panel? Huh? Oh, let's step away and go back to the library for a second here. The library. Back to the library with us as we stretch our legs a little bit and step away from the bard panel. Slash says this one time in band camp, not an oboe, son. Oboe's got some sharp edges. That would be something north of really painful. All right, it's 7:01. Shortly, we're gonna go and put together some characters, but I want to know We're 3.5 hours in at this point, right smack dab in the middle. Do we keep going and push through and just take a little bit of a break for everybody to stretch their legs and reconvene and do some character building, or do we want to take a hard break and come back in an hour on a separate stream? What are you guys feeling? You think we should keep this train rolling, just take a little bit of a break? Because I got to stretch my legs and I got to dang on some chamois, Mama D. That means I got to eat something. Because my head's starting to get a little light. I'm not going to lie. I can bring somebody on to moderate and one of the other panels. If anybody wants to come on and fill in. If lots of y'all want to come on, let me know. We've got... I'm awake now. All right, we're pushing. We pushing. Mr. Oz up. Get educated till 5. Cap says, well, I'm at work, so I shouldn't have any say. Cap, even if we weren't at work, I wouldn't care what you said. So, I'm just kidding, baby girl. I'm just kidding, baby girl. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad. Take a break, bro. Nah, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to step away for a few minutes because I want to keep the stream rolling. And I don't feel like making another thumbnail. So, I wish I was following Chris Evans that day. Gray, there's people got receipts, lady. People got receipts. So, you can find it if you want to. All right, so I tell you what, we're just going to do a quick break then. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to put the panel back on. And then when I come back, we're going to go straight into character creation. And so we're going to make some stuff, man. We're going to make some players. I'm going to move this table down here. Move that table. Image, video capture. And I'm going to move me up a little bit. There we go. There you go. You need to see more of my immaculate form. It was okay, definitely. All right. So that's the plan. So we are at 3.5 hours on the second day of our coverage of D&D Celebration 2020. Coming up, we've got our character building for our live play, which is going to take place at 1 p.m. tomorrow. 9 o'clock, we are still looking for some players to take place in our newbie trivia challenge prize, which is going to be a set of dice. Beautiful dice that I keep showing the wrong side on. If we don't have any players, we may just give them away randomly. At 10 o'clock, we got our advanced challenge. We have both Wells and Captain Pennsylvania are in the advanced group, and we're giving away the Tiefling Warlock 2-pack of primed miniatures. And 11 p.m. we have our intermediate full break and reconvene later. So that's 2 people that said full break, but Wells is awake now. Wells is awake. So I don't know. That's 2 people that said full break. All right, and at 10 p.m. we've got, I'm sorry, 11. Maybe I should take a full break. At 11 p.m., we've got our giveaway for our Dragonborn Paladin. That's going to be going to the winner of our intermediate questions. And they're going to be short and sweet questions. That's going to be 5 questions each category. I'm not hinging it on you, but, you know, you're an EP, so you got say. Of course, and again, I think everybody in chat right now is full of wrenches. Yeah, so no, I'm just going to take a short break. And then see, let me just check here. Let's take a look. I'm going to pull up the what's on now, and it's the Dragon Friends Viva La Dirt League. So I'm going to kick back over to there. Here we are. All right, let me cut the music. All right, almost everyone / almost everyone in chat.
Strangers are lounging around the table as well. 2 humans, a
So,
goblin, and
there you
I
go.
believe a half dwarf, half Goliath.
That's true. There's no wrench there.
Dwarf, half Goliath. My mother is the Goliath. It was weird.
Half dwarf,
And
half
why don't we actually
Goliath.
just go around quickly and describe,
That's
because
awesome.
The Dragon friends have never seen these characters, so let's describe these
All right,
humans
scoot
and
that
then
chat
this
over.
goblin that is seated around the table.
All right.
Well, Barad-dûn, of course, is.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a 10-minute break. I'm gonna leave this up. If y'all want to hang out and stay here, you can. If you want to bail and come back in 10, you can. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna build some characters. And then I'll consider taking a little bit of a break. That would probably take us maybe about an hour to make some characters. And then we'll see where we're at. So we may take a break from from 8 to 9 and come back do 9 to 10 to 11 to 12. So we'll see. We'll just kind of play it by ear. So we're at 3.5 hours. Once again, this is Polyhedra Paradise's live coverage of D&D Celebration 2020. We take a 10-minute break, and I'll see you, ladies and gentlemen, and pronoun non-specific peoples back here in about 10 minutes.
Is a low-level POS. In fact, what do you do, Greg?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm inclined to agree. Am I looking at you?
You're looking at me right now. You're looking at me right now.
Yeah.
That's a good job.
All 3 of you have in fact been summoned on behalf of Barad-dûn, who, by means eldritch and ancient and with old history with the Beggar King Barad-dûn, he has summoned you somehow from other times, spaces, and possibly dimensions, and brought you to perform a task.
You need to stop including us, Barad-dûn. This is.
I did not give consent.
Sometimes when I do interplanar travel, there are worthier people than us. Stop dragging us
Sometimes when I do interplanar travel, I just like to take a couple of people with me. What can I say? Stop it. Stop doing it.
We didn't ask for this.
Hey, anyway, I didn't ask for this. Anyway, continue.
So these people like your entourage or something? You seem to be the guy in charge.
No, I'm not sure if you've ever been to the plane of Earth, but there's a show in the plane of Earth called Punked. And I've been binging that recently, and I'm trying a little bit of Punked of my own.
Prankster, I see.
Right.
At that moment, the doors bang open, and Janos Mir, Beggar King of Waterdeep, storms in. It seems like he immediately means business. And, all right, everyone, sit down and shut up.
Oh, this guy means business, am I right? It seems like he immediately means business.
He does mean business. Janos, how's crime going, by the way? Is crime going well with you?
Is crime? Because I hear it doesn't pay, but look at this bloody nice place. You know what I mean?
This is a nice place.
Something's paying. Got a
Business
side
has never
hustle?
been better, my friend Barad-dûn. Business has never been better. Jobson, they sent you, did they?
Well, yeah, they sent me because that's who they asked for. Jobson, it's Jobson. Dobson wasn't available. He was doing a big wee. So
Now this is, by the way, this is a goblin that's sitting at the far end of the table that nobody recognizes, who's dressed in a, well, how are you dressed? When you let us know
dressed as a scoutmaster. He's got a lot of badges. And he's got a little
Scoutmasters wear
neckerchief.
badges, or is that the? Is it kind of
This
like?
one does.
No,
I thought like as a scout you would collect badges, but if
You're not wrong,
if I was
Michael.
in Scouts and I saw a Scoutmaster, I'd be like, you're trying too hard. You know, you're really
Okay.
trying too hard.
Here's the thing, you're not wrong. It's typically the scouts that do it, but he's wearing the badges that he earned when he was a scout.
Really proud of his badges.
He thinks that's inspirational to the scouts.
Does that mean he hasn't grown since he was, say, a 7-year-old boy, and he's wearing the same uniform, or has he unpicked the patches
Yeah, it doesn't
from his
fit
childhood
great,
uniform?
but it fits. It's snug. It's a snug uniform. Is that a problem? for you?
No.
The
I just want to know how
snug?
pathetic this character
Combat,
is. I
in
really
combat,
want to
this could be an
imagine.
issue. In combat, this could really be an issue.
All right, look, listen up, you miscreants. You all know that Roderick Shore is the open lord of the city, yeah? The big wig.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
No, I don't know
Okay,
this,
well-
but continue.
Yeah, we just got here, so
Well, and that's not true, Filge. I know for a fact that you've been living here for 3 months since that business with the artificers.
no, but you know, me don't keep up with the current affairs of this town. Me been working on myself, actually.
All right, well, read a newspaper. That's all I'm going to say. Friezo Officer, how's the bakery going?
It's good. We just invented a new kind of donut. Traditionally, donuts round. Not this one. We're going for more of a square shape, and the people love it. They're like, "Oh, 4 sides, get it in me," and I'm like, "Hey, that'll be 400 pieces of precious metal," and they pay it, and it's great.
Sorry,
I have heard people wandering around the city saying 4 sides, get it in me, and I was wondering to what that was referring.
Yeah,
but now
that's our entire marketing.
It makes a lot of sense.
We're trying to go viral with 4 sides, get it in me.
That sounds baffling and strangely upsetting. Anyway.
I like it.
They are delicious.
I would be up for a square-sided donut.
That's 400 pieces of metal, you say? 400 pieces of metal.
Precious metal.
Precious metal.
Can I get one now? Do you have any on you?
Precious metal.
I have precious metal on me. Can I buy one?
I've got some samples actually, and then Friezo takes out some samples. Now, look, it's like, you know how with a muffin, everyone wants the topping? With a square donut, everybody wants the corners.
Yeah.
Because they'd be real crispy,
There's
right?
4 corners, so we can split who wants some.
4 bits,
Who wants some?
and gives them to
I have a question.
Filge, Bodger, Baradun, and Greg.
Yeah, great. I'll try some.
Sorry, Johnson, did you want one? There's only
guys.
4 corners. I'm so sorry.
You can take some in the middle though. Like the taste won't change.
I'm grabbing it. So I've got a whole one to myself.
A corner. We've got a corner. Does it go like a corner? I'm gonna put it in my corner.
And Jobson doesn't want to
How does this go with garlic?
rock the boat. So he's like, Jobson doesn't want to rock the boat. So he says, thanks guys. Well, I guess I get the whole. And he just mimes eating nothing.
That is very diplomatic of you. Nice.
I think we're gonna get on
Janos,
really well, guys. This is gonna be good.
Janos, who has met most of these characters, although not, it has to be said, Bodger and Greg, is just sort of with his lips pursed together, is quietly waiting for this entire outburst to finish as Friezo is laying out pastry after pastry, and he goes, "Anyway."
I have a question.
Oh my God, what is your question?
So the outside of the donut is square.
Yeah.
But is the
whole.
Is the
Yes,
whole
is the whole square?
square?
No, the hole's a circle. It's a donut. What do you mean?
I mean, that was a crazy question.
So the actual.
But also, Filge is there. She saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how
the
could
actual, you got to imagine that the hole is like a circle like that, but then the donut itself is more.
I'm gonna draw it. Hang on.
Yeah, please.
Draw a
Bodger, could you please, me close my eyes to eat this donut, and
So it's like that.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Is that it?
I like the donut to whole
Looks like
ratio.
the flag of Japan.
Yeah, it was
That's about the right ratio.
There is a good
That
ratio.
isn't it?
Technically, that's 5 sides get it in you then, because the circle in the middle is a side. I would argue.
Is that Janos?
Anyway.
So far off track, he's joining.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Shut up, all of you. So, Roderick Shaw. Now, you may have heard that he has a brother who has recently been sick and has been sent away to a sanatorium for to convalesce. That is not strictly the truth. In fact, Archibald Shaw has been a very bad, very naughty boy. You may have heard of the Sidewind Street killings a few months ago. Not many people know this, but that was Archibald, and there's nothing that his brother, it seems, can do to stop him. Now, we have already found Archibald. That is not your mission today, and to be frank, I was using a, shall we say, less donut-focused team, and it paid dividends. And I've got him in the room right next to me. But somebody needs to escort him to a prison suitable to hold him and far enough away from the city that political blowback is not going to hit the masked lords. Are you with me so far?
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you we are not the team for this job.
No, you guys totally are the team.
I want Baradun to take me home right now. I'm serious.
First of all, can I just say something? First of all, point 1. Me and Greg never agreed to this.
Never agreed to it.
We've kind of been kidnapped. We've kind of been kidnapped.
Wait.
By Baradun.
Baradun?
Over there.
Baradun.
Kind of.
Your favor to me was that you were going to bring with me two stalwart beings, the strongest fighters that you knew from your home plane.
You chose us.
And trust me, I tried to find the strongest champions.
I'm a garlic farmer.
I was on the toilet when I got teleported away.
You have a toilet,
I haven't wiped yet. I haven't actually wiped yet.
So that you would.
That is.
Yes, you were teleported momentarily ago. So, okay, so you're just sitting at the table in a state of undress and dismay.
That's right.
Actually, Bodger, I've been to say this whole time, man. Sort yourself out, dude. Just.
I'm absolutely outraged.
You smell horrible, Bodger.
Anyway, sorry. Continue.
Pull up your sock pants.
We saw you eat a donut.
Yeah,
before he sorted himself
that was
out.
awful.
I think that is, eating a donut in front of 6 people while sitting on a toilet is plumbing a level of despair that I did not know existed.
Anyway, I just want to make that clear. Continue.
We all
Why
knew.
did you want to make that clear to us all? Well, like we were all happy just to kind of pretend that that it hadn't happened. And we were just like, oh, maybe he'll sort himself out and pull his pants up.
He did it.
But you've really drawn attention to this in a way that is could only be humiliating for you, frankly.
It is. I'm absolutely, and I can't believe it. Baradun.
Bodger, be cool, man. Be cool. I brought you here into another plane. I thought it'd be a fun trip for the 3 of us. Be cool.
Give us some warning next time, Baradun.
You could just say, hey, by the way, I've been taking you on an adventure. Finish what you're doing. I'll give you 5 minutes. Anyway, well, I'm here now. Let's get on with it.
Can I just say, I don't know if this is relevant, but I went to the toilet beforehand.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to go. The tank is empty. You know what I mean? I won't need to go for a while. So
I like
he taps a little badge that's got like a toilet and a thumbs up.
That's great. Good for you.
Yeah, no, it is good for me, and thank you.
Oh, great. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I suppose I should introduce you as well. I've sent a group called the Woodland Chorus often do work for me, send me guides and rangers, and they've sent me an expert on Icewind Dale, which is where the prison will be located. Technically, it's run by the Lord's Alliance. It's called Revel's End, and it's a vast holding facility for political prisoners and those too distasteful to be kept in the cities.
Yes. Now I haven't technically, I've not ranged there, but
as he says this, Lugnut is pulling out like a very large map that was obviously designed to be folded into quite a compact square, but he's just crammed it into his bag.
Yeah, but no, I have. If you look at the map here, I have actually ranged this far because we run a high ropes course around here, and so I'm pretty familiar with that area. And then there's some area that I don't know very well, but it's all just mountains and snow. You know, when you've seen one mountain, you've seen them all. So I'm relatively confident that I can sort of navigate around there for us. But also, we can stop off at the high ropes course because it's a great team building exercise, and I don't know any of you. So, you know, trust and all that.
I have tried high ropes before, and it is very good fun.
It's fun, it's challenging, it's in the outdoors, and it's and you learn to say, hey, I trust you to not let me fall to my death. You know?
Who are you
trusting? For a moment, Janus's eyes look like he's having a bit of uncertainty about the whole mission, and then he sort of shakes his head, shrugs his shoulders a little, and he puts a key down on the table, and he says, "Look, I'm sure you'll sort it out. You've got maps, you've got supplies, you're apparently the best of the best. This key is for the room next door where you will find your, shall we say, traveling companion, Archibald Shaw. Now, yes, Filge, we have a question."
No, I got the key.
I think.
Oh, you've taken the key.
Right.
All right, you've already taken the key. Excellent. Actually, that's a good idea, Filge. In fact, and he walks over to a chest and he flips it open and he pulls out a large length of about 20 feet of heavy chain with a big belt harness and
okay, let's try that again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. But you were gonna lose my video feed for a second while I switch over to Zoom to bring on a special guest. So I'm going to lose my video feed for a second, but we'll be right back. So don't nobody go nowhere.
His arcane focus, but if he was to get his hands on another one, he could cause trouble for you. Without one, he's just happily a weak little scholar. Still, I would chain him to you. Anyway, with that said, take the key, take him out of the city, don't let anyone see him, deliver him to the warden at Revel's End, and you will all be paid handsomely and returned to your sad, tawdry little lives to invent whatever kind of donuts your minds can possibly envision. Are we good?
Well, no one else is going to be
finish
inventing
what I was
donuts.
doing.
It's really my thing. So, you know.
Right.
I just tried your donut actually, and that is delicious.
That was a delicious donut, must say.
Thank you all. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, I can't really speak to the quality of the donut, but I'm really glad everybody enjoyed it.
I did. Nice.
It was delicious.
Please.
Yeah.
Should we draw straws to work out which one of us we should chain the old sorcerer to? The mage.
Does it
to?
not make sense
I
to
vote
chain him?
Bodger. I vote Bodger. He's the biggest of the lot of us. We may as well.
Would he be?
He's half Goliath.
He's half Goliath, half dwarf.
Can I just give you? I want to give you a
tall are
bit
you,
of
bud?
backstory here. I'm 6'3", so I'm half dwarf, but my mother is a Goliath. So it's like, you know, ended up evening out at about a normal human height.
6 and 1/2.
How
of the
big's
other.
Filge?
Filge is
Filge might be
7 foot tall, so Filge is a little tall.
Seven.
Phil just been standing here offering an arm wrestle.
Oh.
Also,
okay.
not to be rude about this, but also in the competence state.
Wait. Let's get.
Let's go.
I'll use this arm. Is that better?
Is Bodger still in the toilet for this arm wrestle?
Yeah.
Has he moved from? Are we moving over
He
to
can't.
Bodger for the arm
He
wrestle?
can't move.
I haven't had a chance to wait yet.
So Phil heads over to Roger on the toilet for the arm wrestle. I just had to visualize it. Sorry.
Oh, so did Baradoon teleport me and the toilet?
Yeah, the toilet's there as well.
Oh, just like a big slice of the.
Yeah, there's like.
How much of the plumbing came along as well, or is
Yeah,
now this
some
toilet
plumbing.
just leaking like sewage
It's not
into this
leaking.
boardroom?
Great question, great fantasy question, Hing. It's not leaking because it's flush with the floor. But if it was moved, it would be very upsetting for everyone involved.
Not
Just like the
unlike
smoothie
a
blender.
blender without the base.
All right, make for you. Okay, we've been playing this game for over 20 minutes. Make a opposed strength check to decide who gets the honor of being attached to the prisoner.
So here's the thing. I didn't download the dice app yet.
Do you want me to roll?
There's a good one on Google.
Yeah.
What's it
Just Google
called?
Roll a dice. It'll do it for you.
If they Google rolled the d20.
Rowan, just roll an imaginary dice and tell us what you get.
Yeah, rolling.
Hey,
dice.
you know what, Rowan?
Yeah.
Don't bother because I just rolled a 1.
Well, that makes things easier.
Google RNG.
I'm gonna roll one for you. I'm gonna roll one for you.
What did you roll?
Am I rolling 20?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Just a 5. So, but you do win.
This is okay. A rather
But the arm wrestle
underwhelming.
doesn't really fill anybody.
These are the two strongest people in our team,
We just
apparently.
kind of do this.
Owie! A quite depressing arm wrestle later, and Rowan can satisfy.
All right.
You're satisfied in yourself, and you can pick up.
Change of plans, ladies and gentlemen. Having trouble switching midstream, so what we are going to do is I'm going to effectively end this one stream, and we are going to take a break until 8 o'clock, where we're going to reconvene with a new stream, and we're going to get into character building. Does that work for everybody? Because I have to jump through some hoops, and I feel like it's going to be immersion breaking if I do it while we're on stream. So if it's all right with everybody, we're going to cut the first half of today's stream here at just a tick under 4 hours. We're going to pick back up 8 o'clock, 8:10, and then we're going to go from there. We're going to ride it on in to midnight. Is everybody in chat currently okay with doing that? And frankly, it is what it is. Because that's the best way to do it. So we're going to take a recess here. Everybody grab your water, grab your popcorn, make sure you stay hydrated. Think about what you want to do when we reconvene. When you come back, we're going to have character building right off the bat with special guests. Then we're going to do newbie trivia at 9. let us know if you want to participate. And then advanced trivia at 10, followed by intermediate trivia at 11. And then we're going to end the stream somewhere around midnight. Or maybe after newbie trivia or intermediate trivia. We'll figure it out. So that'll be it for me for this half of the stream. Thank you very much for joining us for the first half of extended coverage of D&D Celebration 2020. I'm your host, Jason Owen Polyhedral Paradise. We'll see you all in a half hour. And as I like to say, in the game of life, may you always roll with advantage. I'll see you in about a half hour. See you in a bit.